I see Fluff's comment. Gloom until Gloom stop Gloom Gloomvember. Oh boy, oh boom, that's going. Chat popping that up, good. And then we have the backup chat just in case some shit breaks because it broke last time when we were playing Monster Hunter. I don't know why. Again, I have watched 10% of that video you sent me, Fluff. Oh, that's my stream battle cry. That's good. That's good. Pull that up. This and this. Good stuff. Ooh, Ray says, yo, what's up, Green? Yo, what's up, Rain? How are you, my boy? Oh, my body is not right. But alas, here we are. Oh, I worked out today, so I'm a bit weak, so to speak. But hey, we have a lot of stuff to talk about today. Raid. That kind of hurt. I wanted to do this, but that doesn't really. Anyways, regardless, we have some stuff to talk about. Reason why is because one, what do you call it? So basically, there's this game that snuck up on me that is probably one of the biggest launches in VR's like timeline this year. It's like a AAA game. People are saying also, it's the thing that's making me fucking like vibrate. But they're saying that it is like on par with Half-Life Alyx as far as like just quality, and it hits the mark. And it's on Steam, not necessarily exclusive to Meta standalone. So, what I wanted to kind of try to, at some point in the stream, probably around the midway point, I wanted to pause the stream and look into, and basically watch this Game Ranks video, guys, with you, which is the Metro Awakening VR game, and it looks crazy. I wonder why they shot it in, like, super wide. Huh, is that, like, how you can do it because of the game? Because it's VR, so they want to give you, like, crazy perspective? Huh. God damn it, gotta get away from me, this stupid thing. Go. But we'll probably watch that at some point, and what I wanted to pose the question to you guys this stream is basically, what should we do? Because I feel like that's, ew. Yeah, anyways, I feel like that's significantly more interesting. Like, I think a lot of us like Metro. It's survivable, oriented. I think we will still do the Skyrim thing, but I could see it being like sprinkled on like maybe every Sunday or Friday, you know? It's like one of those kind of things where it's there. When I say Sunday, I meant Saturday. Saturday or Friday. I'll still do it then probably. But yes. I really want to play that Metro game. And again, it's like we don't get games like that every now and again in VR land, so it would be cool to maybe do it. I don't know. I'm not sure if you guys are like, no, I still prefer Skyrim VR. So that's basically my question. Should we still do Skyrim VR the whole week, or should we do Metro the whole week? I would like to do the whole week for one of them, just so one gets like my main priority. And I also think like Skyrim VR, that's like a month of playing it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not one of those things where like we can really wrap it up in a week. Whereas the Metro one, I have a feeling we can probably wrap it up in a week. Yeah, so maybe that's how we'll play. Maybe we'll still do the Skyrim VR, but I might save it for like the game we play after the month of November, because it's kind of Halloween-y, it's kind of like Blizzard-y, kind of like Skyrim is already in that vein, you know. So that's what I'm thinking. But we'll grind it out as we continue with the stream. But Raid, how is your day going? What you playing? Also, what's good, Opa? Opa says, "Sup, Grim? Sup, Opa? Opa, what you be playing?" We don't have deep conversations with one another often enough. What's good, Nong? The coffee is not good today. I did chest today, gang, and I felt like I bitched out. I did back, and then I did chest, and then I was just like, I'm tired. And then less chest, which is awful. Because who the fuck wants a bigger back? Like, I do kettlebells and slam ball. My back is fine. It's my chest. It's like, Although, dude, does anyone else have like a fucked up looking chest? Like, my dad gave me some not so good genetics on the chest. All right, we have like man titty boobs. You know what I mean? Even though there's not a lot of fat on there, it goes right to the tips of your pec, so it just looks like you got some tits. You know, it's not great. In fact, I should probably have the least bad in my whole family. But hey. All right, we need to speak to a person. Ava something. Can I just teleport closer to you, my friend? I have not been over there. God damn it. No, I can't. Well, I can. I kind of can. It's probably better for me to just do it. Let's use our mount. Oh, look at you. Hopefully there's no fall damage. If not, we're both dead. If there is, we're both dead. Ray says, you still just grinding some COD? Have you, like, grinded out all the, like, special effects? COD trying to get my diamond AR before prestiging again. Yeah, that's crazy, man. I don't think there's any game that is as crazy as, at least for me, when I see, what is it called? For Honor. It's still by far the most, like, insane thing, where you see like a dude has 980 prestiges, and it's not easy to prestige, man, in that game. So you're just like, is this your life? You just, like, go to work, you do your thing, come back, you grind out For Honor? Like, Jesus, that's insane. Well, good for you. He's clearly, it's, like, found his game. But I remember when I seen those people, I was like, what? Like, how? Granted, like, again, I don't know. I don't understand people who can have like 4,000 hours on something. You know what I mean? Like I at best I've had like what do you call it? 2,000, and that's with Let It Die, which I played for like 2 years, and I was the only content creator covering that game, so I had a massive incentive to play it to some extent. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's another game that I may have played more. Maybe Fable, but that even the Fable, I don't think you could get 2,000 hours out of it. It has to be some sort of like live servicey bullshit that's like, I demand all of your time and more. And you're like, why? Jesus. Opa says, I've been playing some old stuff, Fallout New Vegas. Ooh, you modding it or just the base game? You gotta be modding it, man. And Midnight Club Los Angeles. Ooh, I don't know what that one is. You do like run a club? Or is it some degenerate shit that I'm not paying attention to? Like, not like I wouldn't pay attention to you. I'm saying, like, is it something risque that I, what do you call it, I'm not aware of? How? 11,000.
Pyros, please, I beg you for even an hour of your
Fuck
time.
up, I'm talking. Club is a racing game series.
Oh, is that what it is?
Lone
Okay.
Syndicate said ZZZ update. I got Yanagi, did 80 pulls, got the 50-50, got
Let's
Lycon,
go,
spent $100, did
I'm
one
bored,
more
Mike.
multi, got Yanagi, so in 90 pulls, got 2 S ranks, and I now own all the standard banner characters.
Damn. So 80 got Yanagi in 80 pulls, lost the 50-50. Oh, but you got like it's fire. Spent $100, did one multi, bang Yanagi, and so now you may have enough you got enough primo gems sitting there for actually I don't know how that works because you may have had yeah, well, $100 when it's your first $100 it's a lot of $100 because it's like times 2. But if it's your first $100 or it's your second $100, then it's like yeah. Regardless, you got her. Still, I'm being a downer about it, but I was gonna say, Opa, am I looking back at Fallout New Vegas' DLCs with rose-tinted glasses, or were they genuinely that good? Because I think Overworld Blues, in combination with the Eddie DLC, which is like, it's like the Lone Wanderer 2.0 guy, whatever it is. But just the fact you could upgrade Eddie and shit like that, to me, I feel like, I don't think there's been a game outside of, like, if you want to say, like, Cyberpunk or The Witcher, but like a game that has that good of DLCs consistently, like tapping into completely different things, you know, like Blood and Wine's typically like it's one type of thing. Same thing with Cyberpunk's like weird Phantom Liberty. It's pretty one thing, but to go like complete different spectrum of like war-torn vet in a post-apocalyptic kind of like desert area to like a cyborg poppy kind of adventure with robots with brains in it and shit, like, man, I loved New Vegas' stories, but I'm not sure if, again,
If grandfather had it his
I'm like
way,
looking
he
back
and I
fondly.
would spend the
Said
next
I got
decade locked
Yanagi
away
in
a
about
tower.
51 pulls. Had I been able to anticipate a pre-soft pity S rank, I would have saved that last 10 pull. Alas.
I know no one ever likes, like, again, I know, what do you call it? I no one ever likes when someone calls out, like, you're getting lucky, because then it's like, relatively no, and I paid for it this, but I mean, it could just be like the information that Fluff gives me, or that I just selectively remember. But I feel like Fluff he's found his game. Like, just like Withering Waves to me, I think like has always been sweet to me. Is whenever I wished I've gotten most of what I wanted. I feel like Fluff's hit rate is like when Loans first started playing Nikita, where he was just telling me every week about like, yeah, I wish for the character, beat the 50-50 all the time. also happened to not go over like 50. I feel like if you can keep it under 50, you're good. You're like it's an okay amount. 50 pulls, that's nice. Because I mean, 20 is when you start pushing into like pity. So then you're like, I'm already kind of, the odds are stacked in my favor, and then you still go all the way to 80, and you're like, fucking kill me. Anyways, Nong says, one of my favorite sternums, the bone in the center of your chest, was collapsed until he had surgery for. Yeah, what do you call it? Yeah, there's a bunch of people who have like I think it's like a deviated. It's not deviated septum, but it's like a thing with your chest, like a sunken chest syndrome or something like that. He could pop it up. Could identify. He's weird. Okay. Nog says, nah, go play Skyrim, Grin. Easily 3K hours there. Escape if you could. The time setting up mods. Yeah, so what do you call it? Again, that's the thing that I worry about, Nog. So, like, I'll bring everyone up to speed later in the stream, but I just want to, because Nog was here when I was talking about it, but like, Skyrim VR is something that I feel like it would be weird for me to play. Like, what happens if I play it for a week and I love it? And there's other mods that I want to fuck with. Then I'm like, well, we still have to play other games because that's what I promised you guys, and I think it's good to keep a variety here. So that's why, to me, I feel like it may be better to like start doing Skyrim consistently.
Lone Syndicate said, speaking of Nikki, new Nikki dropped the second unit for Annie, got her in one multi, then did 50 pulls on the other Nikki because I wanted more copies and got 2 more of her and
so
2
net
other
luck is
SSR.
positive. Net luck is like, yeah. Net luck is good for Lone, at least across the game.
Wayfinder, pardon me, have you seen a smoky worm about so big from maw to tail? It was here a moment ago and it slipped away before I could determine if it was venomous.
But yes. Also, cute actor. I love the whole, like, weird, like... I don't know, the redheaded voice actors always seem like they come across as, like... I don't know. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's almost like a peppy, weird vibe. You know, I don't know. Anyways, yes, I think a way we could all win like this for people who were excited for Skyrim VR, which, again, I'm still wholly being able to be convinced that we should just do that and forget about this, but, like, let's watch that video that I have before we jump the gun, right? But I think if I did like Skyrim VR every Friday going forward, essentially, maybe not this week, but going forward every week, then people would still be able to see the Skyrim stuff, and we could then make Skyrim, what do you call it? Like keep it going for like a month after November, so to speak. This month is also a part of me basically like vibing out. If I can manage streaming more, basically, but also kind of being like, it's like an endurance battle, but at the same time, I want to know if we might be streaming more. I don't know. I really want to wait to say anything like that, but we'll see. Again, that's kind of the whole premise of this whole week, or month, I should say.
Oh, Wayfinder, have you come to help me with my work? Has my Lord Halar realized how important field research is?
Opa says, no, for me, no Skyrim or no New Vegas mods on my Xbox, unfortunately. Midnight Club is a racing game, by the way. Gotcha, yeah. Fluff told me that bit. All of New Vegas is better than most of any follow-ons. Yeah, man, I 100% agree. And it drives me nuts that, like, again, like one of the things that Todd Howard said recently.
McFlufferkin said, I do hope Wayfinder becomes a regular game after November 2.
I hope so, too. Again, I think it is. The only thing that, to me, if they really do release like their creation kit stuff, like they're like, hey, we actually made it easier, because that's the biggest thing that I'm starting to find out, like being in the mod scene with like Bone Lab and all these things. The one comment that I get the most on my VR channel is, dude, I really love that you talk about like VR dev stuff, and I love like porting my skins.
Lone Syndicate said in ZZZ, I have lost almost every 50-50. Rather that's get dupes or summoning for a new character. But I lose the 50-50, but get the character a multi or 2 after.
That's
so
tough.
I think I would say I'm lucky.
Yeah, it's still it still stands not lucky. You have to beat the 50-50. 50-50 is tier 1 of luck. Tier 2 is that, and tier 3 is like, at least you make up for it some other way. Like maybe it takes you like max pity to get the one character, but then you get her weapon once. It's like cumulative luck. It's the weapon, it's the character, and it's the amount of primogems you have left over. I feel like that's the gradient of that. What was I saying? The one thing I get a lot of comments for when it comes to VR is people talking about how much like they want to add this thing into the game, but they have no idea how to do it. So like they know how to, they've already added like an avatar to the game, but they have no idea how to add like physics to the avatar, or in another way of like adding an ability to the avatar, because there's just no information on how to do those said things. Because if you're like doing what Red often suggests, which is just using Unreal, you have to have like a background in using Unreal basically in order to understand how to do all these things. Whereas a creation kit's like a barrier of entry that lets people get into it essentially, even if it's quite small, but at least if it's something that people can kind of start dabbling with. But honestly, I think the main
Raid
limitation...
Nate said in regards to Z's, the only 50-50 I lost was for Chingy.
For Chingy? Really? Oh, wow. You're killing it in Raid. You're killing it in Zenless then, Raid. But yeah, I think the barrier of entry is actually like guides.
Said Red has been modding textures and such. So even if the modding scene itself doesn't explode, we've got a resident Wayfinder modder.
That's true.
Here.
That's true again. But to me, like again, one thing I was thinking about making a video for Bone Lab and talking about like the one thing I keep getting in comments from is basically people saying, could you please make like tutorials, like other modders, could you please make tutorials for how you made those mods come into existence? Because I would love to like add that to my avatar, but I have no idea how to do it, like no idea. And I think that's like I think that's a big part of that whole scene. Like again, there's no game that is as modded as Skyrim still. And I think the creation kit has to be a thing of that, like has to be a part of that.
She did. She did! Oh, lovely. I've so many experiments for us to try together. Tell me, how are you with needles? Oh, and we'll need something for you to bite down on, certainly.
Oh, hell yeah. I would like, yeah, thank you, Lone. Lone said he's, maybe we'll take some Zenless Zone Zero gameplay
Lone
of
Syndicate said,
me.
hey, all I know is I'm eating good GRINN steak and potatoes, the full course meal, and some quote-unquote cake for dessert.
Is it? Compared to Rat Girl, I don't think so. So happy we got Rat Girl, by the way. Every time I play, I had 70 search remaining with Yanagi banner starting, so I just did a 10 pull, and oh, I see. So it wasn't as crazy. You just basically were already that close. Got it. I still need to tap into the dust shop to get at least 10. Yeah, I've recovered 10,000 radio points, like pulls.
G-Red said I've modded Nis and Venomous so far. We'll do Laura next. She needs some tattoos and an exposed belly lol.
that midriff is essential, apparently. I can't wait to see that, Red. Noggy says, just come back to Skyrim after a month. After the month, maybe at once or twice a week, maybe kind of thing. Yeah, well, again, I'm curious. I'm debating. We'll see how this month goes, is basically my thought, But yes, also we probably will jump into Zenless at the very end of the thing, just so I can see what this
I can help with that.
secretary is all
the
about.
Shrikes have been going in and out of the Bloodworks for a while. I think they're using some sort of ore shard to form a connection.
Ooh.
Search the rubble piles around the Bloodworks. Should be easy to find one. Just look for a shard absolutely dripping in God's blood.
That's not good. Oh,
Have fun with the
tangy.
Shrikes. Be careful in there.
Lone Syndicate said,
Now,
I mean, Gran,
where
I
was
would
that
say most of the
worm?
Nikkeis would give Jane Doe a run for her money in terms of thickness.
Sure, but I also think things
With
are relative.
Floppican said Laura's various concept and loading screen art has her with glowing hair and tattoos, and yet her model in-game lacks both. So I appreciate Red's efforts to deliver on
Yeah,
it.
that's weird. Yeah, hopefully that brings her into reality, etc., all that stuff. I was gonna say, I'd be interesting to see Red's creation, because like he's messing with textures, right? And this is like a comic booky kind of game, so it'd be really funny to see. Like again, it always made me laugh. I remember back when Red showed us his first mod in Elden Ring, and it was basically just like it stood out in a big way because the skin was just glistening with sweat, and it was like fucking perfect. And it's in like this dark, gloomy world, and it's just like, one of these things does not belong, but also it looked great. RNG hates me, honestly, says Nong. Supposed to be a 1 in 20 drop. Try 1 in 250 kills for me. Yeah, man, sometimes it's bad. I do find it, maybe it's just in my head, like superstition Portuguese nonsense, which, trust me, is a thing. Where it might just be like, I think some games, for whatever reason, like if I think about it in that way of like this game, I had a really good hit rate with. Other games, oh fuck, not good, you know? Of the man, I was totally paying attention to all that. I'm locked in. Oh, where is the thing? Can I teleport? Oh, I should definitely touch this thing first. Whoa. Scratch. Or telekinetic scratch. Dude, honestly, if you did have telekinesis, tell me you wouldn't use it for everything. I like how in like some movies and whatnot, they're like, yeah, but it's like sprinting a mile, and you're like, are you fucking kidding me? I'd be giga mentally jacked. I'd start looking like what the hell that blue bastard from that movie is. He's like the villain. He's got like a giant alien head and shit. Him. Okay? Imagine that, man. That'd be awful. Imagine you're like, I'm using telekinesis and it's awesome. And then like fast forward a year later and you're like, dude, my fucking head has been expanding exponentially and I got like a massive dome and I did not think it would be this way. but Jesus. Search for, oh, it's in this area. Search for a something blood work. I would assume that means kill the wildlife. All of it. Hello, are you the thing? Oh! Scratch! Scratch! This! Suck power! Not do a lot of damage if I'm honest. Guys, shotguns seem a little broken, honestly. Maybe when we start, I'm not sure. I haven't found a ranged enemy really. I feel like they wouldn't do that. Ah! Ah! You love me! I'm just spamming abilities at this point. Nog says, yeah, the creation kit are the main reasons why there's just so many mods for Bethesda games. Makes it easier to not only make, but also install. Yeah, I think it also is like, again, the one thing I keep experiencing, which like from Bone Lab and stuff like that, which is people basically being like, it's more of a barrier of knowledge. So it's like, it's the fact that people want to do this stuff. They have some experience modding in some capacity, but they want to emulate like another mod that they've seen that like allowed, you know, maybe it's a companion with voice acting. Maybe it's a companion that like physically went and did an animation at a certain point in the quest line. So aggregation of that information about like, okay, this is how I did it. If you wanted to emulate that just like I did, you would just do this. And I don't think many mod authors would do that, but I think with the barrier of entry of more mod authors basically being able to dabble in that would increase the chances of somebody basically being like, oh, yeah, I'll make a tutorial on that, or I'll show people how to do that.
Lone Syndicate said, now all I have to do is win the 50-50 with Camellia and I'm golden.
Nice. I'm about to say, I hope she comes home, man, from the both of us. It's very weird when you say things like that, but yeah, for when I say things like that. Also, I went the wrong goddamn way.
G-Red said, shared my edits to Venomous in your DM.
Oh, shit, okay. I think we have to jump down, by the way. It looks like it was on a lower plane. I wonder if there's like a cave here? Yes, there is. Son of a bitch. Let me see what this is all about. Go full face cam, because I don't know how risque it is. What does Venomous look like? Okay, I don't really know what she looks like by default, I guess, so I'm not going to really pick up on... What does she look like by default? My edits of Venomous in your DMs. They are safe for work. Yeah, I don't... Okay. So these are the... Yeah. I just don't know what she looks like by default, but does she naturally have the cool tattoo thing? Yeah. I think I need to see her what she looks like by default, and then see the... Because she just looks like that character that I have not seen before.
G-Red said, look at my character in game to see default look.
Where are you? I think...
McFlufferkin said the main difference is a lot less tubes, the exposed skin and the tattoos.
Gotcha, it's Nis. This is Venomous. Oh, wow, okay. Huh. Okay, so she has exposed thighs. Got it. And then also the rest. Got it. But yeah, of course it'd be Ness. Ness already has the lip piercing and all that stuff. Less work to be done. The textures aren't too hard to modify. It seems it's just a matter of selecting the right colors. Green, blue for the affected by dyes. Black for... Yeah, I have not messed around with the color stuff yet, so I don't know like to what extent you can do X, Y, or Z. Like I seen a person like dye their character's hair, and I was like, I wonder if I can dye my character's like shadow nonsense. I don't know. Search for connection of blood something. I think we're looking for like yeah, like is it like FBI stuff, whatever it is. Secrets, clues, I guess. Yeah, I think that's what maybe it is. Is it by that? We're at the border. It has to be deeper in here then. Oh, there we go.
Take that sliver
Nice.
of ore.
G
I can
Red
feel
said
the
I'm next to
resonance
you.
of God's
Oh.
blood on it. Avala can use this to forge a connection for you.
So this is the default look. I see there's leggings. And then there is... Oh. Yeah, so there's some tattoos, some cheek. And what does the front part look like? That. I see. So you wanted to have the exposed midriff or something, right? Okay. Yeah, I feel like that'd be nice, especially with the thing. Although I wonder if it's gonna be possible to actually like do what they do with Zenless, where they actually like create a whole new ass avatar, you know? Because in Zenless, you can make people. I think you can actually. I'm not sure about that. Maybe just all reskins. I wonder if any of these games actually let you affect like the proportions of the people. So like if you were like, hey, I don't know, maybe let's say people are like, Noelle's breasts are actually too big. Let's reel it back. Let's pull it back a little bit. I wonder if that's possible. That's where my mind went immediately. Sloan says, all right, no, I read that. Yeah, what do you call it, Lone? Are you fully prepped for Camilla, and are you only just go for Camilla, right? You're not going for her weapon? Coffee's the best. It's so good. Dog says, although the I don't know, my nose is like getting like freaky. Like I'm got like my allergies kicking my ass. Something.
Hi. Oh, hi, Shard. Let me just amplify the energies and bind it to you and...
McFlufferkin
there
said
we are.
1.0 added
Connection.
a lot of hidden personas
Sure, I
that are
can't
complete
convince
model
you to
swaps of the
give a
characters.
quick
So I
experiment or
figure it
two.
won't be difficult
Only a
at all
few
to mod in
peoples.
such. Red's JSUT been doing texture modding so far.
Got it. So, but it might be possible to go a little bit beyond that. Got it. Got it.
All right.
Lone
you have
Syndicate
what you
said
need from
I'ma
me.
have to prep
The
for
connection is
Camellia,
strong.
but I'm going for
I'm
both
sure
her and
you'll
the
reach the
weapon.
blood works and won't be lost forever in the formless void.
How much points you got?
Fairly sure.
How many like gems? Total gems, not pulls. I guess pulls too. I guess you could say like I have 10,000 gems and 6 pulls or something.
Oh, nothing. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Got it.
I've been working.
She's like, you might die, you might not. We're in an apocalypse. What are you talking about? Do it or we die. Off we go. Nog says, although the easiest mods to install is Baldur's Gate 3, just open in an in-game title screen menu, select the mod you want to install, and start the game. Those which mods I'll actually want to run. Yeah, what do you call it? The same thing with VR games. They have like there's Mod.io, which is taken off in recent memory, where it's basically just in-game. You just hit install mods and they go. But like one of the reasons why Blade and Sorcery to this day still has some of the most ferocious, like insane mods in all of modding is because they actually let you. I think there's a difference between code mods and then scripted mods or something like that. There's basically like two versions of which you can create that lets the game perceive a bunch of stuff, but one of them is limiting, and I think it's whatever Bone Lab uses. It's fairly limiting because it only lets you activate. I think it's like the code. Whereas if you allow Blade and Sorcery does something weird where it allows you to basically like bolt on whatever kind of information you need and for it to just run it, which also makes it a little bit worrisome. But Nexus has always been pretty good about like making sure you're not downloading malware or some shit. But yes. Oh no, it's below the ground. How do we get lower? Oh, I see. It's down. Right. There's like a little cavern here. So I think there is. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. No no effects because it doesn't ask me to. That was the advice we got last time, is don't put on any debuffs unless you have to. Unless it's asking you to. Lone says, I'm going to yeah, what do you call it? I was about to say. Oh, you have 30 pulls. 30 is pulls worth of gem. I mean, that's a wild statement to say. I'm going for Camilla and her weapon. I got 30 attempts, essentially. Two for Camilla, one for the weapon. Bang! And of course, Lone's going to be like, my wallet is bottomless or something. It's like, stop. Just stop.
Raidnade said, reminds me I haven't been on Woodmar in a while.
G-Red said I always use the imbuements for the increased XP bonus.
Welcome. I'm pretty excited for the next.
I got my wallet chan at the ready.
Yeah. Animal. Absolutely animal. But I was gonna say, yeah, what do you call it? We have a big. The next patch is gonna be, I think, interesting. It's gonna have. I think that like the one patch that we currently had is very. How do I put it? It's like just random stuff basically presents itself. Oh, we got another affinity point finally. Ability point. Oh, never mind. It's not an ability point. It's an affinity point, and I'm already broke ass, so I can't buy shit. Dumb. But yeah, I think the next patch will be much more content-wise. So I think that like whenever there's like a map, that's kind of the main content. Is like run around and explore and look at the new map we've spent millions on, and then it's like, okay, now we're gonna fill the map up in the next patch, which to me is more fun. Try me. Oh, and actually, no, that's like a teleportation thing. I love being on a slight incline and then being screwed. Oh, I fucked up my reload. Oh. Need my health back. He just came up and backhanded me. Oh, that man live? Oh, we're here to save people, I guess. I am locked into the story. Ooh, chest. Stood in front of you there, that's my bad. We got the chest. I'm gonna loop around this way. Is that right? Yeah. Went a weird key up there. I want to know what this is all about. Test your luck. Do we keep testing our luck? Try to get the grand prize multiple times. I'm getting lit up. God damn. Yay! I guess that. Is there like is there like a thing to it? Like, are you trying to like hold down the trigger, or is it just a random ass try? It's kind of weird. I think you get one try, and the odds are better rather than getting like multiple tries.
McFlufferkin said as a reminder, you have heavy attacks for all weapons. For guns, you do a stock bash. Not super strong, but the other weapon types have more substantial heavy attacks.
Ooh. Oh. The guns do have a uppercut, I think, or like a AoE. Jump up in the air and do a heavy attack, and you'll come crashing down, which is nice. So there is that. We can do this. Which I don't know if it's good. It just looks heavy. It looks powerful, you know? Come on, Red! Always use the imbuements for the XP increase bonus ones. Oh. Not a bad idea. But I get my wallet chance ready. My club says, as a reminder, you have, the heavy attacks. Oh! Ah!
Surrender your ghost! Don't make it quick!
I wonder if there's like scaling to stuff too, or if it's like yeah, or if I don't know. I feel like red is you guys kill things faster, but I'm not sure if it's instant, which I think that would imply that like there is like natural scaling things to this, or it makes more sense that enemies are kind of like in the same wheelhouse of your level. Well, that being said, though, maybe it's not. No, maybe it is just fast. What was that? That was an ult, I think. Oh, panic. I tank like everything I said. I think now that I think they in fact. Ooh, I got new arms finally.
McFlufferkin said with world scaling on, it makes enemies match the level range of each player. So while yes, we may kill things faster, as we have more investment into our characters, it's not like we one shot.
Ooh, I got new
Lone
gloves.
Syndicate said played Wayfinder a good bit after stream, and time was non-existent. I had such a good time that I lost track of time. Like if Yanagi didn't drop last night, I could have easily played till midnight.
Oh, that's so fucking sick. What character you play? What character you pick? Sorry, Lone. Can't wait till we can play together, buddy. What character did you end up choosing? Oh, it's a big ass lady.
Bye bye.
Oh. My nose is I don't think I can blow my nose. My nose is just like itchy and
Lone
shit.
Syndicate said Nis was my starter character.
Ooh! The assassin. Oh, what happened to my controller there? That's weird. Reach! My nose is so stretchy. Ooh. That's pretty fun. That is pretty cool. I gotta pause real quick. My nose is like driving me fucking nuts. Ah! I'll be right back. I wonder if it's because I have my fan pointed at my face. I wonder if it's gonna. I wonder if it's because I have my fan pointed at my face and then it like blows dust in my nostrils and it's my body's just like, stop it. Oh, I was glad to hear it low, and honestly, it makes me very happy to know more people are playing. Yeah, again, this game to me is one. I heard the guide you sent me, Fluff, this morning. I watched a little bit of it. I didn't get to finish it, but I heard him say basically like the backstory of this game was basically that a person, like a developer or publisher, abandoned it. So then they had to kind of quickly scramble to kind of repurpose what the hell it was going to be, because it makes sense why they're like weirdly there is like an RPG open world feel to it, but then they have like moments like this which is very level based. I think I'm going the wrong way. Is this the right way or the wrong way? I'm confused. Are we going backwards or forwards? No, we're on the wrong. Shit, sorry, right? Blind leading the blind. I guess no, the blind leading the seeable. The C-E? I don't know. Is it up there? It might be up there. I do like how I have a cool like movement ability where like I'm just creeping, just floating.
Raven warned us about you.
Chest. So maybe this wasn't the exact right. We gotta go to the right. You can't give me weapons I don't use, and it drives me nuts. Are you sure you don't like this? I'm like, yeah. Yes, I am. It's awful. It's just a mallet. It is over here. Wow. This thing. I don't know if I can put a bullet in my head. What the hell is it down here? Yes. Yes. This crack. Okay. Jesus Christ. Alsmonic says, so random question for you, Grin. What's up with the VTuber Shadow 10? Okay, so, yeah, what do you call it? So, I mentioned this, I think, at the beginning of the stream one of these times, but it's okay. Yeah, I don't expect everyone to be here the whole time of the stream. But, essentially, we talked about, for a while there, what do you call it? I was saying if we were going to stream for a month, it'd be nice for us to have some sort of goal in the background, and also to kind of level up our streams, because it's kind of been bog standard as far as me getting, like, new overlays. I had the busiest week of my life before this November stream month, so I couldn't really achieve all my aspirations to basically like revitalize the stream layout, unfortunately. But one of the things I wanted to have there was just something that we could work towards as a community. I entirely expect this is like a 5-year, maybe 6-year process for us to get to that point. But essentially, I was trying to look up what the hell a VTuber model like entails, and I do think we could make up the difference in terms of it not being the most high expensive things, because it's not. It's like some VTuber models have basically like all this crazy shit where they have to make like the shoes and the pants and all this shit, and I'm literally just a shadow. So like I like the little shit. It's like a little avatar guy. I shouldn't be that complicated, but that doesn't mean I want like a third-rate VTuber designer person, etc. So the ballpark is that I think it's going to probably take $800 for the model to probably be commissioned and done. But then there's the rigging, which will probably cost another $400 to $500. But I'll cover that for sure. If we even get near that close, then I'll just cover whatever the rest ends up being, just for my own money and such. So that's why I have it there. Again, it could take a millennia for us to progress even to the slightest in it, but that's kind of what it is there. Is just if we ever had like subscriptions or donations of any kind, it's not going to like me buying fucking gamer subs or something. Instead, it's going towards something that would make the stream maybe a little more fun, because I think a lot of us actually, I don't know, to me, this is the other thing, is like when you are not yourself, like when I'm not, like when my face is on the line, and you like you're embodying this, like this happened back in the day when I was making masks and I was telling you guys about them. I put on the mask, it was Halloween and I was having funny, but how easy it is to kind of get into a rhythm of like saying goofy fun jokes without feeling embarrassed or without hesitating, because it's not really you saying it, it's you leaning into this character that would say that. It's a different thing, but it basically makes you feel a little more free. Like a lot of people when they talk about like people who are introverted or something like that, or introverted, if they were able to kind of like put on a costume and get out of that, then they're able to kind of let their like real self kind of show a little bit. So I do feel that a little bit. Ooh, look at this. The horse changes colors a little bit. I should probably sell stuff. I didn't see that it gave me the option to sell stuff. But that's what that is, Nong. That basically it's just like, hey, I like the VTuber motif. I've also found that like every Saturday we've like basically judged VTubers' look and design until we kind of come up with like a holistic idea, at least to me, of like what I think would be very eye-catching and different look-wise. And I think that would be fun to lean into, which is this like the Shadow Man type thing. Very reminiscent of our channel profile picture on the GRINN channel, but ideally made into like an actual caricature, so stuff like that, you know. But yeah. Good question though. What do you call it, Nog? Some people might not have been here for that whole thing. It's probably a good idea that I mention that every now and again, with like every third stream that we do, every other third stream. got flashbang. So where is the actual Puma? I don't know if my iframe dodges that or what.
Perfect time!
I've been waiting for this.
There was no sign
Nice.
of the monks.
McFlufferkin
this is
said
a
when you
dead
get to the
end.
point of mythic hunts,
Return to
there's a
Avala
neat
anyway.
shotgun that I'm sure you'll love.
Maybe she's found something.
It's something Doomslayer would probably be proud to use.
Does it have 2 shots and not 4? Ah! It's so far away! It's still so far away to probably get to that point, though. I'm a little worried about that. I'm curious to see what this game's endgame is, because, again, endgames all make me excited, whilst also making me terrified. Because it's kind of like, oh, shit, are you going to, like, make it so that it's, like, so difficult or annoyingly that it makes it not worth it, you know? Because like that, I remember the best game that I could ever say that did that was that looter shooter game we played a long time ago, where basically not Remnant. It's like I can't think of what it was called, but it was basically like you were like it's apocalyptic world. You could pick between like a rock guy, a fire guy, or an electric go invisible time guy, I guess. Anyways, regardless, it was like basically a looter shooter that was just rife with the end game that made it so that like it wasn't even fun to get to the end of the game, because it was all like you had to have such an optimized build that it was insane, and it was all time based, so like it forced you to play a very particular kind of way. And then they kind of patched, they kind of did some good things, little bit. I still don't know if it felt like it was an improvement. Not the first Ascent, I don't think. Damn, I can't think of the name. We played it a bunch. Shit. Yeah, I can't think of what it's called. Maybe if I pull up my Steam page, I'll be able to see. Let's see. Steam page. Gotta be somewhere here. No, nope. I'm trying to also think the day that it came out.
McFlufferkin said, describe the game. I missed what you said.
It's a looter shooter game that came out a little while ago. It had a class that could slow down time, that was like a blue class and had armor. And then there was another class that you could do like fire stuff, so you could like release fire waves. And then there was another class that was like a tanker who had armor. Outriders. Thank you. It's exactly what it is. Yeah, Outriders. Outriders was the name of the game. Goddamn. Outriders had one of the worst end games to me, at least because it was all dependent on time, and that gave you better loot. So it just incentivized you to pump everything into damage possible, so you could get the fastest clear time, so you get the best loot. And it was just
The world wasn't venomous, which is superb news, as it did in fact bite me. But I'm curious if it could become venomous if I expose it to flora energy.
Focus,
Sorry. Was your expedition successful? You seem to be in one piece, and you weren't lost forever in the formless void, so that's something.
Oh, it says, well, they say didn't like the dagger move set. Honestly, after playing Jane Doe, even at other types of dagger gameplay feels like shit. Yeah,
they've been dead for decades. But the spectral harvesters I planted on you may have been able to capture the traces you needed.
Lone Syndicate said it also didn't help. Almost anything could one-shot you because of the wonky hitbox.
Oh yeah. Also that, yeah. It sucks because like the game actually had like a lot of brilliant. Like, it was really fun to play, but then they gave you like an environment that was the worst fun to play it in, which is annoying because it was like awesome gameplay. I remember like how satisfying like the weird builds you could reset skills and just keep like unleashing. It was great. And then they're just like, what if we just put you in a medium in which you're just always on the brink of death, and it's just super not fun, and it's way competitive. Nothing is worse in this world than a looter shooter that's trying to be hyper competitive. It's fucking ass. It's just like, that's not what the whole point of looter shooter is. The point of looter shooter is to get a shit ton of gear that breaks the game. Not, here's get a shit ton of gear to get your balls stomped on for 10 minutes by other people who are fucking min-maxing like you never believed. It's stupid. It's dumb. But get the feel of them and you'll speed pair of dealers. Can parry attacks, build a combo pick. Yeah, I think Lone was also getting at the fact that it's just how good John Doe feels to play, like zippy, fast. There's no restrictiveness to it. I feel like that's probably the problem. It's like not the game is not the daggers are not the problem. It's that Jane Doe is so good that it makes everything else feel shit as far as playstyle goes. Although there can be most weapons powered often by that. Kairos is definitely the ability caster. Laura is the tank. Oh wow, really? Makes sense. It's kind of sad though. I hope she can also have some damage builds. Just find the work best to do that. Accessories.
Lone Syndicate said there were multi-builds and ways to play, but only 1 or 2 ways were viable for each character, and not every character was visible either.
Yeah, that too. When we have get the Mythicons. Nog says, and good to know, my sub is going towards the channel. Yeah, although I'm once the money is yours, do whatever the fuck. No, I don't like that. I don't like to me. I do feel like it sounds weird, but in my head, like the money that money I get from AdSense, like if I make a video and it gets like 1,000 views or 2,000 views or something like that, that to me is like money that I do feel like I could spend it on, like if I wanted to a little bit, spend like maybe like 50% of it on like something like I'm interested in, and maybe it's like a keyboard, or maybe it's like a whatever, a camera, maybe it's just like gamer subs, then that's fine. I feel bad doing all of it in there, but that's weird. But when it comes to like subscriptions, like people who sub
McFlufferson
streams,
said she can build for damage, but with the 3 segments of each talent tree,
Don't worry,
it's
they're
more or less
entirely
clear what
harmless.
each character's default
Mostly.
path is
got
meant
it.
to be.
So you can, but it may not be the
It's not a
best.
hard requirement.
I'll infuse this
Got it,
into
makes
a
sense.
G-Red
resonance
said
crystal
Laura
and
can certainly
there,
be a DPS
filled with the
powerhouse.
essence of sages.
It's just that her kid
It
does
should
focus
work.
on defense,
Got it.
while also doing a lot of damage.
Okay, that's pretty good then. So it's as much as it is a tank, it also is probably like just a really good safety character. Makes sense. Everyone's got to eat after. Yeah, to me, I don't know. I've always been like, in my head, I think I try to strive for like, eat less is good. Like not actually in real life food wise. I'm talking about like everyone's got to eat, but I'm also like, if you can keep the amount of money you need to be absurdly happy lower than what you create or what you have, I think that's a pretty good thing to be in. You know what I mean? Like to always have the mindset of being a very of being in a very small fish tank, I guess, is the analogy that I seen from Pirate Software, which I thought was pretty good, which is basically like when you get more money, you tend to expand your fish tank. But the issue with that is what happens if you have to go backwards into a smaller fish tank and you've basically grown to the size of the big fish tank, and now you're basically like, it's going to be significantly harder for you to get by. You're going to feel very cramped on living off nothing. So I like keeping my, not quite like, the Asmongold fucking live off nothing kind of vibe, but try to keep it locked into like a live underneath your means kind of thing,
Oh, yes, of course. Come back when you have more time. Now, where was that vial of venom?
My controller slipped off my pants because my pants are so silky. Oh. I love these pants, by the way. Oh.
We know that Aurelian collapsed in Gloom during the Archon attack. You've experienced the final moments of the Archon commander.
Got it.
If the Archons weren't responsible, it must have been the monks.
Monks, fuck them.
If these sages were responsible for the collapse, we may be able to use
G-Red
their
said
techniques to
honestly,
control
Laura
the
is so damn defensive to the point I can just face tank everything, to the detriment of learning mechanics in fights lol. Especially in her ultimate form.
Laura? Like we think about the same person? It's the barbarian chick, right? I just want to make sure I'm knowing names. Oh no, you mean this? Oh, I thought you were meaning her. I thought you were meaning Senja. You mean Laura. So Laura is the tank. It makes sense. She's got the sword and shield. Weird. She does not look like a tank. She does not have that vibe. But yeah, that makes sense. So she turns into a giant beast monster. So that adds up. But what about her? Her I thought would be the tank, but maybe not. Maybe it's a barbarian berserker shit. Okay. Damn. Jeez Louise. There's so many characters I want to play. I want to play Kairos. I want to play Silo, the Grenadier guy, and then I also want to play that chick. And I think I might want to play the transforming druid lady person, but I don't know. That's where I get a little like, There's one I could let slip by. That one's slightly less cool. The lion guy is cool, but something about it doesn't quite sell me on it. I thought we just would kill. I'm not sure what we're supposed to do right now. It wants us to craft the next insignia, which I probably could have done over there, actually. Shit. Is there a thing here that I can touch? No, I have to go to a different place. Ah.
McFlufferkin said Senya is the most ability-oriented of the Warmaster archetypes. The prime node that complements her playstyle pulses healing for everyone, and grows in strength with each cast of abilities.
Damn. I was paying attention to all that. She just looked crazy. Guys, also, can I just... Okay, guys, I'm gonna come out to you real quick. We're glooming as we gloom, okay? But hey. So, dude... I feel like I'm on the precipice of what do you call it? Of finding a new thing, okay? And my new thing, opposed to thighs, might be women in armor. Load, you son of a bitch.
Lone Syndicate
God
said,
damn
"Can
it!
cheese on those abs."
Give me a sec. It's not loading. I gotta reload it. Why the fuck you do this to me? There it is. There it is. No, there it is. I don't know why. I know why exactly. What do you call it? Recently, I'm doing the whole storytelling thing, all that. But to me, dude, it is so goddamn cool. Just like perusing Pinterest or some shit, or like ArtStation or anything like that, and then just seeing like all the cool as hell art of that people make. And this is one of the ones I seen that I thought, dude. Holy shit, the level of story, if you just look at this character for long enough, you're like, god damn, it's 10 stories and a half, man. You got like what looks like a dark paladin, like a paladin or a priest that is from like a dark ass cult. There's like straps here. Ha! Yeah, sorry. Next, doing quests or something. Yes. I've literally been hanging on to that image.
McFlufferkin said this is one reason why I'm happy about the removal of gender locks for Monster Hunter Wilds armor. Seeing the females fully clad in armor is going to be great.
Yes!
Lone
Agreed.
Syndicate said, "Want me to draw some women in armor for Yogg?"
No, I'm good. That's gonna be don't feed the ever increasing monster or whatever it be. But it would be cool to see just like how difficult that is. I imagine that's fucking absurdly difficult because you're having to not only account for the body mass of things, but you're also having to account for like stylization of clothing, which I can imagine being fucked as far as difficulty goes. But I will say I've been hanging on to that image because I seen it in like a profile picture for one of the music channels I have. Music channels I'm subscribed to, and I seen it and I was like, dude, I gotta show the boys how fucking cool that looks. And again, it doesn't look cool at first. It's only when you look more at it that you're like, oh wow, this guy, like, they went crazy with the designs of like straps holding in the armor plates and shit like that. And you're just like, damn, fucking damn. Is this on a different place? Enter the something hall. Is this a different thing? Must be. It's one of those things where I have to go to a different general location, like back to the main place, the Gloom Gate, maybe?
Lone Syndicate said, "Let me feed the monster GRINN."
Don't feed the monster. All right, I got one abnormal thing, okay? The thigh game, all right, that's already slightly not out there. Out of all the ones to get, not a bad one to get, honestly. Not a bad one to get, but I don't need to start getting weird more status debuffs, okay? No, thank you. Also, unless you're willing to date a cosplay or some shit, hey, no, honestly, there's not even cosplayers that do that. Most cosplayers or girls are trying to use less armor, not more. You know what I mean? So it's just a bad monster to feed, I guess. And jump, and dip, and this is correct. It is correct. Nice. I am well, before we start, maybe I should actually look and see if I have any armor that I can upgrade myself with, because hot damn, we are level 16 weapon, but it happens to be a disgusting shield. I hate you so much. We could change it up and go for a rifle for a little bit. I don't know if that's for the best, but it's 11 at least, opposed to 9. 2-point increase. Ain't 4 though, man. I wonder if I have an inventory cap. I'm not sure. Is there a person I could buy weapons from? And like sell my gear to?
Lone Syndicate said, "Aw, so Grin has the charmed status effect on him. Honest, not a bad status effect to have."
Not a no. I feel like again, there's a guy out there, and I'm so sorry if you're one of these people. More power to you, King. But like some people got the feet debuff on them, and it's just like it's one of those things where I'm like, that's got to be a hell of a conversation to talk to with your significant other. Like, hey, instead of booba, ass, all that stuff. Could you step on my face instead? And you're just looking like a respectable human being while you say that is wild. I mean, and then the people like Red who are like into piercings, not as weird. It's more of like it just limits your options possibly. Or tattoos that could be also be considered. All these things. Fluff has got the, I'm not sure if that's, I was about to say you got the furry debuff or buff. Honestly, furry could be a debuff or a buff, considering if you meet another furry, it seems like you have a significant advantage with that specific person, but if you don't meet a furry, it might not be as much. It's like certain people give you positive, like as if everyone either got debuffs or buffs, depending on the person's proclivity as well, which is just attraction, actually, but still. To keep your debuffs in line, I think is a good idea. Okay. Where are we going? I wanted to see. I think there was like a blacksmith over here. I just wonder if it's worth doing that, or if he's not.
I do not understand your powers, Kairos.
No, he's not. I don't know. Maybe I should say fuck it, just keep going. I thought maybe I could get like a better weapon. There's also a meme, a gif about a certain I have a type, which is rapidly shows helmet mask women, and I can honestly say I agree with the name exactly. I don't know what it is. There's also, man, people get crazy. People get crazy with some sort of weird latex shit. We're getting too deep into this at this point, but people get crazy where like they're wearing a mask and then it's just their mouth exposed and shit. That to me is a little bit too much. But then sometimes there's like a lady with like the biggest lips you've ever seen. And you're like, okay, now it's just capitalizing on like one positive facial feature you have, but it's drawing so much attention to it, so it's all style and all this weird shit. Crazy things all the time. Fuck it, let's just start. We'll worry about everything later. Did I click the right thing? Yeah, no, I didn't. Good. I heard something message me. That was my Discord, by the way. That was my Discord. Sorry. Grendel is the weapon power war master, while Werebear is the defense / tank sport. Who's Grendel? Where's Grendel at? Can I actually? Maybe we'll go to Grendel. Where the fuck's Grendel at? I don't think it tells you like people. This guy? Right. I know. I should remember that. Shit. I'm so sorry, Red. I was just like anytime, Grin. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
McFlufferkin said you already have Grendel unlocked. He's the Beast Man.
Oh, I didn't know he was the the one guy, the guy with the what do you call it? The the guy with the things. Didn't know the big cat man was the technical person who was giving us weapons.
Important for
Eclipse was born of a desire to forge a weapon of the Gloom.
Are you the person who I can buy weapons from?
They succeeded.
It's not great. Okay, maybe I can't. Oh, damn you! I don't know. Should I sell weapons? Okay, maybe it's just not worth it.
If even the metal can mutate, then perhaps.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Let's just worry about it later. You already have Grendel unlocked. He was the Beast Man. Want me to draw some? Let me feed the boss. No. No, he's laughing. Raid says, I have been distracted by gaming. What are we talking about? We're talking about.
McFlufferkin said, I think we got crossed wires there. Arsenal is the weapon vendor, Awakener.
Got it.
The engineer crafts accessories to complete sets.
Got it. You know, when I opened my map, I was just like, oh, that's the thing I needed to get to. What do you call it? What you have missed, Raid, is this. Thoughts? Look at ribs. That's insane. Anyways, we're talking about women in armor, Raid. Thoughts? And if it's not positive, disgust me. Disgust me.
We've lost the Codex Hulls, Master
Got it.
Shamar. Hold him. The conflux are
This dude looks pretty cool. My lord, the
We'll do what we can, but you must.
Got it. Yeah, I'm fine. Again, I don't hate the story. I have not cared up to this point, so it's weird for me to randomly care on occasion. Yeah, it's an enemy that needs to die, blood magic, people, killing people innocently, all these things. Hopefully, we can manage. I found the GIF I mentioned. You already have. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we'll check it out in a minute as soon as we're done killing this boss. It feels like I could make a better armor for a female. Yeah, probably. I don't disagree with that.
Lone Syndicate said, I feel like I can make better armor for a female.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree that you could definitely rock that. I know you're trying to get text speech to pop, by the way. Also, these boss fights are starting to get just a little bit difficult. So we ought to play it a little by ear. Oh, maybe we should not have changed shotgun. I'm not sure that's for the best. I guess we should actually be hitting that or what? Oh!
Bye-bye.
Oh! A little bit of lag, that's on my end, that's on the stream. Just the game being a little fucking... Oh, he's fucking not real. Do we have to get close to him? Good stuff. Ah! Yeah, the rifle's good. It's
I
definitely...
will not allow the gifts of the precursors to fall into the hands of these fools. You failed me, brothers.
Cool witch lady.
First scribe. No, it's not ready.
Destroy us all.
No!
No! Absolute silence has happened. All that, yeah. Ooh, we got a special weapon. Oh no, it's a skin. It's a skin. Never mind. Shit. I'm on mobile. I'm trying to type and clicked on things. I feel that. Welcome to my life. Why? What happened? No, let's continue with all this. We got to level 18. We're about to go level 20. I can't believe we're actually progressing this much. Let's see. Where is it? Discord. Ooh, where did you put the GIF, Fluff? Or did you not give it to me? Oh, it's in the memes tab, maybe?
McFlufferkin said so you can set a weapon skin of choice for each of the 8 types, per character, from the style tab.
This is crazy. What's your type? Just a bunch of masked women? One of those goes crazy. That one. That one right there was crazy. Don't have one. Yeah, I mean, the mask thing is, I'm not sure if it's a part of it. People love Talia. I thought Talia was cute, but man, I don't know. What do you call it? I look back at my Mass Effect, like, heroines and being kind of like,
food, construction
you know?
We are running out of so many vital supplies. We need the
Talia was like the sweetest, don't get me wrong.
The sages were preparing a final defense.
We all mobile peeps.
That must have been the first.
You can watch on the go.
And she spoke.
Am I like super tiny then? In mobile land? Like, should I be a little bit bigger so the face cam isn't just like not helpful to in the slightest?
Lone Syndicate said one of those women has a removable head. If you know, you know.
Like a Dualahan, I would assume. Jeez Louise. Man, I feel like you couldn't show, like, if you showed a caveman that premise, I don't feel like, and you were to control his mind essentially and see what he's thinking, I feel like every person would think one thought eventually at some point and be like, huh, and then it'd be done.
Something about her.
Hey, move on?
No. At the first trigger the collapse, surely she died with the rest of the Silver Codex.
Plus, Italia was my favorite. Probably what started my feelings in general with this gift. Yeah. That makes sense.
But this conflux arc could be the key. This is how they triggered the Gloom collapse. It's ruined, but it's possible Lord Halar can learn something from it.
I was a Lara. Yeah, see, that's kind of where I was too. Where, like, the Lara person was very, like, powerful, sweet. Although they got weird in Mass Effect where their eyes go black and then, like they suck the life force out of you like a succubus, and you're like, but, like, we don't.
Lone Syndicate said I was referring to the chicken in the motorcycle helmet. She from Akame got killed.
Oh, yeah, no, I know what that one is. Yeah. Yeah, the Dualahan person. That's how I first learned about Dualahan 2. Oh, that's one of those manga that people loved. Or not manga, sorry, anime that people loved. And I always found it was... maybe I just didn't, like, I feel like there's certain shows that you shouldn't watch as, like, your first anime, you know what I mean? Because you're just not, I don't know how to put it, but, like, you're not in the mental space to be able to absorb, like, a complex story from, like, a cartoon anime kind of thing, you know? Like, your brain's not ready for that kind of thing. Maybe it's just me, but that's what I find quite a bit.
Kairos, might you aid me in an experiment? Ah, our stalwart champion. Yes, Omen told me what you found. Dire news, to be certain.
Chicken. I know what you mean. I got them. But dyslexia always helps you as well as listening. I don't know what it is, but when I have audible dyslexia as well, my brain will just be like, I'll just fix it and give it to the person. Like I didn't hear chicken. I just heard. It's like my brain only hears. I was referring, blah 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 blah. Motorcycle helmet. She is from. Oh, I know who that is. My brain immediately was like, got it. Done. Maybe it's not dyslexia. Maybe it's like being a spaz or like having excess energy.
Yet with
yes.
This storm comes a lining of brilliant silver, no? We have here an opportunity to study what could be considered forbidden knowledge.
Okay, it's a weapon type. Gotcha. The eyes going black thing was was crazy, but you didn't get any physical touch. Like that'd be a really weird. Like how many? Okay, let me ask you guys this: if some weird alien race came down, let's fast forward 20 years, we kill each other a bunch, we've maybe settled, it's all fine, we're now coexisting, all that stuff. But the alien race could basically touch you, had like no reproductive organs, but they could touch you, and then you could like just experience like 8 orgasms at once. And then you have a contrasting at this point, because there's this other variable, the other gender in the fucking planet that you are attracted to is more readily available than ever because of this weird fucking instant cooming thing. Okay, now would you still go for it? I don't know if I would. Maybe it's just because my bias of human contact and like cuddling and all these things. But like if someone just touches you and you're just like, oh, and you're just blasted off to cloud 9, I feel like I don't want that. I would rather have like this fun back and forth and not just getting like blitzkrieged immediately. You know what I mean?
Leave this with me, Wayfinder, and I will find out what I can.
And I feel like that's how it was in Mass Effect. Very much like a succubus thing where your eyes go black and then they touch you and you're like, oh, and it's done. And I'm like, what? But it's over immediately? Maybe some people want to be efficient. Maybe some people are like, hey.
The Sari are an enigma given that they only look the way they do to the players because it's how humans perceive them as what is attractive.
Oh.
But they look different to any other race.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Jesus. That's some deep-seated lore. So you like fucking a squid in reality? What's reality then, man? Perhaps it doesn't matter. Perhaps that's the point. Perhaps it doesn't matter. Lara was my romance in the first game, but once Talia and Gareth were romance options starting, and I'm about to say, if it was ever like a if you were to equate like all the people in Mass Effect that you fucked with the most, maybe not like were sexually attracted to, but like was easily like one of the best characters written to make you like be like, this is my guy, girl, whatever it be. Garrus has to be the number one for like everybody. You know what I mean? Even outside of like Natalia was probably the second. You know, honestly, dude, you know who I fucking look back on? Who I thought was like, at the time, I was like, what a fucking bitch. It was Jax. Jax is a fucking asshole. But the more I think about the character, the more I'm like, they cooked. They did a pretty good job of like creating a complex character that was like, you know, that was flawed and like was clearly like a fucking had a bunch of shit going on. You know, evident from their even just look, to where they weren't trying to be like Mr. You know, appease you or try to, you know, it's just like a unique character, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say. Whereas in the past, I'm like, what a dickhead. But I'm like, actually, I vividly remember Jack, who is kind of like abrasive and kind of shitty. But when you listen to her story, you're like, okay. I'm surprised, actually. I'm shocked. I thought for sure Jax was going to be like Red's pick, to tell you the truth. Return to Omen. Sorry, I'm not doing the game things.
Fortunate Lord Halar was a
I've done it.
We've seen. We need Lordian.
Yep. Thank you for the shotgun. Yes. Unless that was a skin, it wasn't.
I doubt you would be here as you are.
Oh, a level 18 shotgun, baby. Yes. Also, do I have better like effects? I think so. Probably right. 14. Everyone said I should go for elemental power, which this is 14, so I guess I'll go with that on this one. Ability power, critical rate's fine. I got like break power, which I don't know what the fuck that means, but hey. And yes, we also have this, which is also critical power. What is the crown? The crown gives me 152. This gives me 179 plus break, but now let's see weapon power. Let's leave it. Huh. We got ability power finally. Let's go back to increase the power of the mark. Targets affect reach, power, max power, or after 8 seconds the mark explodes, dealing damage based on the power of the mark. Or more cooldown. Increase explosion. Let's go with this one. Yeah. What's this one again? Slows enemies. Yeah, no, let's definitely go with this one. Cool. Can we increase that? No. No, we cannot. Red says, I mean, no. If it meant no normal contact anymore, but Arya, Arya was like, you can have. I don't know. I still don't think there was a lot of like physical contact. I thought that's what I remember from like the weird like tentacle dreads lady people in Mass Effect. It was very much still like I didn't want to touch you very much and kind of thing. I don't know what their lore is, but yes, Garrus was my bro in Mass Effect. Absolutely, Garrus was your boy. Like also, yeah, whenever someone they introduce these other friends and you're like, get the fuck out of here, get the fuck out of here. Where's my Garrus? Rex was okay too. Rex wasn't bad. Rex was like kind of like a Krieg type though. Like I'm not sure if I'd say he's a character so much as he's just kind of like a. Unless I'm misremembering, but Rex was like that big fucking big guy, whatever his name is. Can I level up my power for my power? Yes. Take all of my points and I'm poor again. Yay! Back to the Highlands to do what exactly? No idea. Hopefully it'll tell me. Find the break leading to something knowledge. I would assume I need to go here, but maybe not. Tally and Garrus was that. Rex. I stuck with Lara for all 3 games, which means I did not romance anyone in Mass Effect 3. Man, that's crazy. You gotta go back and play Mass Effect 2 and see Jax. I feel like it might be honestly too much. Now that I think about it, I feel like it's funny how you can associate like things that people are clearly interested in, and then even like that's your only baseline of the complexity of what this person's interested in. So then you just blow it up into its maximum extreme. Jax is undoubtedly like the maximum extreme of like liking tattoos and piercings and yeah.
Feeling a bit faint again.
I went to the wrong place. I knew it was gonna do this to me. We can go this way is probably for the best. Maybe not. Maybe I should have canceled. Damn it. Fluff says, technically, if you choose Tally or Garrus, you don't actually have romance until 3rd game. That is true. It's some sort of weird edging thing where you just cuddle. Which is kind of like, ugh. Jeez. Dude, as much as I like Mass Effect, I look back on, whenever I think of Mass Effect, I can't help but think of the stupid, like, we'll bang, okay, kind of nonsense meme edits. And it's just, I'm like, ugh. It does not leave a good impression on the mind and all that. Is it this? Yes. Touch. As for romance, I was a male whore, honestly. Well, what do you call it? You still Mass Effect was one of those games where you, like, I don't know anybody who wasn't like, hey, I'm gonna like flirt with everybody, but the game literally didn't let you like just fuck around with it. You had to make a choice. Like you could like become really friendly with a lot of people, but then eventually you had to make the choice to be like, choose. And yeah. But I don't know anyone who wasn't like max flirt. That was like when you play Dragon Age, same thing. We're like, I want to get to know who is the one who I like the most, and that you got to flirt with the people.
I remember another letter.
So this is the repository of knowledge.
Uh-huh.
Be careful, my friend. This is where the Codex and the First work
Got
directly.
it. What do you call it? Does anyone know if we're anywhere like even near? Like at what point are we in the story? Are we at like the 10% mark? Or are we at like the 60% mark? Oh, do I want to put on something that gives us more XP? Red said it gives you XP, but I just don't know which one it would be. Maybe it doesn't. All enemies have that. Is like the ×3 meaning that it gives you like ×3 XP? Multiple playthroughs. Why didn't you just riz up everybody, Gnawing, and then make a save, and then like go forward like up to that point, like load back when you wanted to see what the hell the rest was? Jack was a solidly written character, but I was not attracted to her at all. Yeah, I must say, it's a very like deep, like, woof, this lady is.
G-Red said I'd say you were maybe 10 to 20% into the story.
Wow. Wow. I thought you were making ground. Whew, I definitely should progress, not on my time, or like, sorry, on my time. Yeah, I don't know if there's, if like by picking one of those things that increases the XP, like X2, X1, X5. Not gonna lie, Jack was the, okay, so it wasn't too far. Got it. And technically it did romance some other in different playthroughs, just not my main save that I use for ever. Yeah, it should make sense. That's funny you have like your main save, like the first save is like, no, this is one where I'm gonna be the most canonical in all of it.
Know these halls. Floors scratched by fallen tools. The tang of arcanic energies in the air. Worried whispers. Initiates racing to the next experiment. Secrets.
I don't know.
Waiting to be found.
I don't know why, Red. I feel like sometimes the text-to-speech doesn't pick up your text-to-speech. I don't know why. It's like it profiles you. It's like, no. I don't know why.
Yes. Yeah.
Alex says multiple story points where you made the decision, if I recall right. So if you picked Tali early, you couldn't do Lara. Order in probably jacked up, but yeah, okay, so there's something weird like that. Yeah, I thought there was something where like there was a thing where like if you were really, I know Jax was like the fucking the dead end for sure. Those fuckers put Jax in there and basically made it so that if she's like, do you want to fuck or something like that, or stop trying to flirt with me, just let's bang and be done with it. And if you did it, I remember a bunch of guides came out and said, don't bang. Do not bang Jax. She is going to fuck your life up because if you do it, you're not going to be able to romance anybody. And you're also not going to romance Jax because she thinks you're like a piece of shit. But she will bang, okay? So it was one of those things I remember vividly from the thing. But I do think there was something with Tali that was similar, where it was like, I think it was Tali and Miranda, where if you got like, there was a point where like Tali would mention, like, I hear you're getting really friendly with Miranda or something like that, you know? Which Miranda, they were kind of fucking cheating, all right? They were like, gave her like the most crazy suit possible with the biggest, yeah, and yeah. The only thing that made it weird is that there was a definite conflict of interest with that shit, where she was 100% working for some creepy, gross CEO guy who's trying to get you somehow. I will still say this, man. I do not think Mass Effect Andromeda was that bad. The story wasn't great, but the gameplay was significantly better, although I will immediately tell and say that the story of Mass Effect Andromeda was... the gameplay of Mass Effect Andromeda, for me, was shit for the first, like, 10... maybe like, let's say hour. Like, it's just so different.
Said if Miranda didn't have a real person's likeness, I'd agree. She had a rockin' body, but that was by design.
Yeah, she almost
I did not find her attractive otherwise.
I'm about to say, she felt like a character, like, it's almost like one of those porn games. You know, when you see the weird CGI shit, and you're like, this seems like I've seen some weird design art style before. You know, it's the same thing when you see like a manga art, that you're like, this isn't just a manga, my guy, or the previous author is too cultured to even be able to speak of. Oh my god, why did I run into it? Ah! But things like that. Y'all get a little tanky now. Y'all just taking it to the face. Like, damn. Miranda did have a real personality, like, yeah. I felt like Miranda was definitely made, like, almost shaped to be this. I don't know what we do with these. But yeah, Miranda was very much like, she felt like a person that was a double agent, but like I think that's what she was trying to play into, is like she's a spy, and so you are like, there's moments when her like whole facade starts to crack, and she's like, actually, I kind of like you, but it always kind of feels like she's still a spy, you know, like she's not giving you all of the information and shit like that. Where I think Tali's charm was like the direct contrast to that, where she was like kind of like a naive girl who was very wholesome and sweet and all these kind of things, you know. I don't know if I ever loved any of the like the romance options in the game though. I know like there were definitely like high points of like for Tali and stuff like that, but I don't know. There's like some stories where, fuck, I can't even think about it, dude. Honestly, now I think about it, there might be not. Yeah. I'm not sure if I like really jive with any of the like. I'm trying to think of like. Let me ask you guys that. Out of all the like RPGs you've played and stuff like that, what is the one that has had like the without Baldur's Gate? Don't say Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate, I won't be able to know. But outside of Baldur's Gate, what is like all of the romance character options in your brain of like Mass Effect and all these other games that have RPG mechanics like this? What is the one romance option, the heroine, if you will, that you are like easily the best out of all of the RPGs I've played that have role playing stuff? Ooh, I got a cool cowl. Ooh, it's all white. Shit, too fancy. I see Red's like blood essence everywhere. Poison stuff. Ooh, fluff in the nose. Honestly, Red says I honestly loved MEA best gameplay, right? Yeah, man, I feel the same way. Also the builds, Red. Do you remember the fucking builds where I remember I had like this electric like Gallus cannon. And then I gave it a mod that like shot out bullets or bombs, but because it attacked like an electric flamethrower essentially, it just shot out like a ton of these little grenades. Didn't do a great amount of damage, but it was just the game had fun. The game had like the best builds in all of Mass Effect. It wasn't even close, I think. Especially with like the weird weapon variety you just go fucking get weird with, you know. And also like the builds were like kind of crazy. Like I remember I always rocked the like the AI brain mixed with like the like mind magic. which gave you like a fucking absurd barrier, and also gave you the ability to like summon drones that debuffed enemies like crazy. It was a great build. Ooh. I don't know what that is that I'm picking up, that like blood soup, but yeah, I'm picking it up. BP was best. Unong says, boo. What do you mean, boo? Tali out of all of them? Yeah, I don't know if we really have any. You know what's kind of fucked up? That goddamn house Carl from Skyrim. I think it's just because I played so many hours and she was always just there, but I always hear the stupid line, I'm here to carry your burdens, with some attitude, and I'm like, God damn you, piece of shit. I'll be honest, I didn't mean to activate that, but it happened. Can I also equip that now? I got that thing to drop. Ooh, what is this? Okay, it's a new skin? Sure, we'll wear it. I'm not sure if I like it more, but this one gives me ability power and critical power, which also I can't see the look of. God damn you. So I don't know why I got something stuck in my throat right now. Like, ugh. What does this actually look like? Is it this? Oh no, it's this. No, it's this. Ooh, I don't mind that. Yeah, I kind of like this fur though. That fur makes it look like crazy. Let's go out, rock this for a little bit, change it up a little bit. Oh. Red says Judy. What's Judy from? Ow. What game is Judy from? I'm also trying to think. I don't know if there's many games. Oh no, I know what it is. Maybe I shouldn't say it. In Fable 3, there's like a real hole. I'm not sure if I say that because I like.
Red said Judy from Cyberpunk.
That's good. That one, yeah. That one actually is a solid pick. Honestly, I might have to pick that one too. I feel like Cyberpunk did a really good job about like conveying that character's depth. Man, but fuck, man. I would agree if it wasn't all ass. You know what I mean? Like what do you call it? There's no happy ending. You know, especially if you do the canonical like third ending. I guess there is an ending where like you ride off into the sunset to die. I guess, but still. So I guess there is that. Like half of the charm of Mass Effect is that like theoretically it's I guess it's not even that case. In Mass Effect it's not a happily ever after. I take it back immediately. It is in fact the opposite of a happily ever after. It is a guess I'll die. Oh, I have so many like little charges. Hot damn. Cool, we got a trace. Did we miss something? I feel like I missed something. Oh, there's enemies under there. Yeah, we'll go kill that, I guess. I don't know if there is anything here. Oh, besides death. There's some like essence, I guess. Ooh, chest. It's a chest. I still lick my leg. Red's probably like, hurry the fuck up! We're just trying to burn through the story. I'm sorry, I have just so many things to collect. To be fair, Tally was reminiscent of a high school
said
crush.
I'm still in Act 2 in Cyberpunk, but I did complete Judy's quests and have done many hangouts with her.
Yeah, see, I don't want you to finish it. Just so in your head, it's always happily ever. There's an end. Yeah. It's not the worst. Yeah. Judy actually gets not the shortest end of the stick. Fluff says Sentinel was the best in Andromeda. I do intend to try Sentinel build if I do replay it. Yeah, dude, Sentinel was awesome. Sentinel was so good. You're like a wisp? What am I shooting at?
Better hold your breath.
Oh! What a boss with a lot of cool, a lot of abilities. It's awesome. Nog says Elder Scrolls felt flat as far as, you know, yeah, for sure. I think I'm also like half, my brain's warped by like really good companion mods that have done like a fucking great job about being like, let's find cute ways to be cute and like So I think I don't know why I have some memory of like Cyberpunk, or not Cyberpunk, Skyrim being like wholesome or sweet or like romantic of a kind, or like having good companions. But I think it's just mods. It's just mods. Yeah, Fallout 4 had Piper, which wasn't terrible. Oh no, that's exactly what it is. Oh dude, hands down, Curie. Okay, I got mine. I forgot completely about Curie. Hands fucking down, the synthetic robot waifu extraordinaire, Curie, boy. Fucking best companion in Fallout 4 by far, dude. Cass is awesome, but I felt like Cass was like in the tier of Garrus, where I don't know if I ever felt like a romantic, like cute. It was more of like a, this chick's awesome, like so fucking cool, from New Vegas. But I will say, dude, I can't believe I forgot about Curie. Curie is by far my favorite, like female-oriented. Especially her whole quest line, so cute, and she's just, it's just the power of like a wholesome French person, which is so rare. But also, yeah, but yeah, it hits so hard. Anyways, guitar. We'll go back to Omen. I can't believe I forgot about Curie.
McFlufferkin said, in my first playthrough of Fallout 4, I somehow managed to miss Curie, which saddens me.
No.
Cute French robot.
Fluff, I wouldn't say there's like many reasons to replay a game, but Curie is so fucking good, dude. It's
Lone Syndicate said Curie was a sweetheart in Fallout 4.
Dude, she was the sweetest, but they had moments where it's so cute. All I have is the feeling that I had, which is like she's just wholesome and like cutesy and all these things. I think it's the same way that Fluff feels about Tali, which to me, Tali never really hit that point, but Curie absolutely did, where she just feels like this wholesome, enjoyable person. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I can't believe I forgot about that. Curie. Let me do this instead, because I think we're all kind of like, I don't know, Grin, what the fuck is that? I don't know. Like, I can't think of the games right now.
G Red said, I never came across Curie in Fallout 4.
Ooh, guys! What are you doing? Oh my god. Oh, dude, there was a Curie mod too that gave her fucking short hair and she looked fucking the best. The best, dude. And it's also fucking an awesome story where it's like it's a robot who gains consciousness that then you basically help by putting her into an actual body, and then she's like, thank you so much. Can you like can I stay with you so I can kind of like learn how to be a human? And then she ends up falling in love with you. It's super cute. It's great. And she's also a medic, because she was naturally like a Mr. Handy that was a medic, like a female medic robot. So then she ends up becoming like she got a bunch of like buffs for you as well, which is great. Fuck, I can't believe you guys missed Curie. You guys can't get behind me on this. Dude, she was the best. Thank you, Lone, for grinding up Fallout to play Curie. The only character that I never got to play with in Fallout is Strong. Which sucks is I fucking love super mutants and Fallouts, but I never got to play with him because he required you to like kill things, like be kind of evil, and I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to kill people. Also, he kept talking about like mother's milk, and I was like, I'm not sure if this is something I want to experience more of. Talk to Omen, sorry. But I was gonna say, out of let's say Fallout New Vegas, for people who have played it. What was your ideal heroine that you ended up meeting? I feel like as much as I do think Veronica is awesome, big ass power fist lady, I don't know. I feel like Cass was just fucking lit. Just the best.
Could you feel her presence?
Gnawing says Elder Scrolls felt flat with that. Just give them like 500 gold, get hitched, wear a necklace, say what's good, and then be like, hey, got it. I've helped you find your relic of your family that was lost in a cave, and I killed some bandits, and here it is for you. And then she's like, I will marry you now, actually. And you're like, wow, jeez.
The first, the mind behind the Silver Codex. Somehow, I'm certain she survived the collapse. She's there. Somewhere
Also,
in the gloom. I could feel her through our link.
She's glooming all over you. What I was going to say, I think I also messed up. I think of, Red likes Judy, which I believe is the girl with the dyed hair. I was much more of a fan of the fucking badass, like, biker chick who's the coolest. That's what I was like. When I was saying, like, oh, I love Judy, too. I don't think it was Judy that I was thinking. It's like, to me, it's like the badass biker chick, which, to me, is, like, infinitely more crazy. Like, in every capacity. Just looks great. But anyways, that's why I got my wires crossed. Panam. Yeah, that's right. Panam. I'm on Team Panam, personally. Also, I think they changed it, but you couldn't originally be with Judy unless you were a woman as well. So, yes. Opa says, honestly...
McFlufferkin said Judy is, without mods, exclusive to Fem V as a romance.
I thought they patched it.
Panam was for male V.
I thought they patched it. So, like, I thought that was one of the first patches that they did when they came back, which they basically made it so that, like, anyone can romance anybody now. So it wasn't just for the mods. But maybe I'm misunderstanding. I thought that was one of the big things that people were like, hey, they fixed it. So, which was stupid from the hop. I hate when people do that. Like, I know, like, hey, we're talking about gay and all that stuff, but it'd be cool to live in a future where, like, there's options are everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, let's just hope that, like, that's my favorite part in Andromeda. People's argument was, like, let's hope that, like, in a world of aliens and shit and all this kind of crazy stuff where, like, you're banging tentacle people, weird things, all that stuff, you're kind of like, the 90% of the population be bisexual. It's not shocking. It shouldn't be like, no, you know? Even though you're trying to mirror life, it's just weird when you're in a galactic setting or whatever, you know? It's also just bad game design, because you have to do, like, a whole ass playthrough just to experience this character. Stupid. Judy is cute, had some trouble, but is an overall good person. Yeah. Her final quest is so damn good. Yeah, Cyberpunk is the same thing as The Witcher, man. Where, like, I look back on it and I'm like, one day, we're gonna have a crack at it. I do think it'd be cool though, like whenever that day comes.
Lone Syndicate said I wasn't paying attention to the dialogue in the game, but the amount of times Glooms is said in this game.
Yeah, it's wild. They go crazy. They're a little hard to paint. Again, they should have chose Void. Void is basic, but it works. I got really bored every time I tried to play Fallout, despite hundreds of Yeah, no, I don't disagree with Fallout being probably the least exciting of all the Fallouts, I feel like. I don't know what it is, but I feel like Fallout 3 was a little bit more, like, survivable-oriented, and Fallout 4 feels very much like, hey, you kill everything. You're going to murk everything, you know what I mean? Well, the first, like, fucking hour, you get to the power mech, even though most people don't use it because it eats up energy, but yeah. And then you're like me, who ends the game with like 1 billion power cores and thinks, don't want to waste them. So I will continue to not use them. Final boss push in Fallout 4, same shit. It's me and my whatever pistol usually, because the pistols go fucking hard in Fallout, dude. Especially Fallout 4. The pistol builds are insane. Same thing with shotguns. Shotguns just fucking like put an enemy on their ass. Same thing with Fallout New Vegas. It was one of the best perks ever. Was like one weird perk where like you had a shotgun, and you just put like a giant death claw on their back and just start shooting them in the face 10 times. New Vegas was even worse for me. I could never get. That's insane to me. That's crazy because I feel like if New Vegas runs that like survival horror vibe quite hard. But I do understand that like if you enjoy the vibe of a world, New Vegas is just like literally it's a barren wasteland. It's the whole premise until you get to the Strip. You haven't even met Panam? Oh, Red, I can't wait. Oh, wait, no, fuck, I don't know if you can. I think you can. No, maybe not. Shit. I wanted you to basically go through all the quests and maybe romance both of them, but I don't know if you can romance both of them. And then tell me which one you like more. Because I don't know many people who choose
Lone Syndicate
Judy over
said
Panam.
GRINN could have an unlimited amount of a resource and go into a fight with his fist.
Exactly. 100%. It's consistent. Hey, I'm like scarcity mindset all the time. You know what I mean? Like, hey, what are you talking about? I end the game with like a chest full of at least 3,000 stim packs. 100%. And then I just get by with like you know, do you guys, do you even know how good of a deal water is or Sunset Sarsaparilla is? You could go buy that for like 10 caps, and then a fucking stim is like fucking $30, $40, $50. Then you can buy Sunset Sarsaparilla for like maybe, like you buy 10 for 5, and there's like no end to like vending machines in the wasteland. So you get like a ton of those. Then you just, if you're weak, you drink a little bit of them, you hide for 2 seconds, come out, boom. You're also Wolverining because you're fucking healing like crazy. Opa says, maybe a little weird, but I can't wait for, but Kate from Fallout 4 had an amazing story, and helping her through her tough times really made me feel like I was helping. Yeah, what do you call her? A Dreg Edition character. She was also Irish, so she was just a badass. The only thing I feel like with her, man, I feel like it felt rushed a little bit. Or like I felt like it was 0 to 100 with her, whereas Curie's quest is just so long and it unravels so slowly that like as you're traversing the wasteland, there's tons of these little bullet points that happens. And Curie says something that's like very wifey, I guess, where she's just like, hey, be careful. Well, I'll patch you up. Whereas the badass Kate is like, hey, you all right there, brother? Or some shit like that. Or like, you need a stim or put some whiskey on that and you'll be fine kind of vibe. So it doesn't create this like feeling of romanticness, but it does make Kate in the same category as, oh wow. Yeah, Kate from Fallout 4, isn't there? Cass is what I'm thinking of. Cass from Fallout New Vegas. So basically the same vibe. Except I kind of do prefer Cass a little bit, but I do agree with you that it had a cool story with Kate.
Perhaps I'm just
Piper, I feel like Fallout fell
imagining
short. Her story, I guess.
I don't sleep much anymore. I'm sorry, Wayfinder. I just need some time. Go to Lord Halar. I believe he has news.
Never officially patched. Each of the 4 romances were sexual preferences excluded to no homo to hetero. Gotcha. However, the mods retroactively did that with they could change everything. Lone says, I wasn't paying attention to the dialogue in this game, but they do say gloom. Yeah, it's a gloomy Gloom world. Speak to Lord Guy. We have to make another thing, another key. Summon Sanj. Ooh, I have unlocked the final person, I guess.
It's good to see you, old friend.
I have, I guess. Woo! Oh, she looks crazy. We have to stay strong and commit to one character gang. But she does look very cool. Do I have anything that I can switch to? I don't think so. I have this, which is critical power. And I'll definitely put on that. That's giving me ability power. I think we're good. Max health or... Yeah, we'll do that. Cool. Affinity, I can keep putting it into this.
Lone Syndicate said, listen, if it works, Grin. I have the issue of make sure everyone else is healthy like I'd make sure my team is good first. Meanwhile, I'm over, arm dislocated, leg broken, eyeball falling out.
Yeah, I kind of lean on mechanics, if I'm honest. Like, I'm like, oh, dog meat's like... Oh, sorry, that was one exception. If like a character's like down and like coughing up blood, you can like sacrifice a stim pack to heal them, and I'm just like, yeah, I'll be fine. They'll get up in 10 seconds. It's okay. As soon as combat's over, they'll be okay. With the one exception being dog meat, because I just hated hearing him like the dog cry, like, oh god, I'm being hurt. So I'm like, God, fucking take a stim pack. Stop running into the fucking battle.
Conflux, indeed. This first, she flooded the region with a vast surge of chaos and shadow energies. It triggered, well, a Gloom collapse.
Panama's not romanceable if you film. Yeah.
I can't recreate the device.
If it works, it works.
We wouldn't want one of these loose in the world. But I am working with the principles of it, the pieces of it. And I've had a breakthrough.
What do you call it? Rez says, off the bat, I'm just more attracted to Judy more one.
McFluffican said the first failed Gloom stop Gloom member.
Red says, what do you call it? First, off the bat, I'm just more attracted to Judy, more so once I get to know her personality, likes and dislikes.
Lone Syndicate said, couldn't a companion die permanently in Fallout 4? I think in the hardest difficulty, maybe.
Yeah, I ain't doing that. Who the fuck playing Fallout 4 in the hardest? Crazy people. Wild, yeah, but that is true. You can play it on hardcore, which lets companions die and enemies like do more damage. You have to eat. That was gonna say, Red. I'm so curious because to me, again, like I get it, but also they do such a good job about like making Panam so fucking hot. Like there's so many moments where people are just like, what the fuck, man? Like she's working on a car and she's maybe it's also the mods I'm seeing which make Panam like crazy like glowing skin. Also, if you like midriff, holy shit, Red, you're taken care of, boy.
It's not yet.
Got it. Yeah, all that make thing. Got it. Wrong thing. Create. Oh yes.
Apologies, my friend. I've recovered from whatever.
I can't believe it's been like almost an hour, or like whatever it's been. It doesn't feel like that at all. It's been 2 hours. I think it's been maybe like an hour, or maybe not even that. Maybe honestly, it was 4 minutes. I feel like the stream has flagged by.
So much of all. Let's see what he's done with your dagger. I thought I'd lost you, you know. All of you.
Oh, thought I was special for a bit there.
There was no time to mourn. The world was broken by the fall. It took all that I had to rally the new Seekers and fortify Skylight.
Got it.
It was months before I had a moment to study the Precursor sword.
Got it.
But let us return to the fight. Let's see what this Conflux Arc can do.
I'm ready to gloom.
The first is hiding somewhere in the repository of knowledge. I'm sure of it. She's carved out a sanctum within the gloom.
Ooh, yuck.
A sliver of reality. Whatever secrets
A sanctum of
will return to
gloom.
familiar places, but use mutators to shape them with
It's
your
must
dagger.
stink like.
I'll let you know when I've found what we need.
I gotta stop clicking so fast. Well, we got something then. We got a cool daggers, which we might try. Oh, that's what's happening. We keep getting gear for other people. I was like, why? I'm like, I keep thinking I see stuff, then it's like, I guess I missed it, but no, it's because I keep giving it to other people. Yeah, fuck it. Let's try whatever this is. It's like 2 scythe. Harvest Moon. Create a sigil of light and shadows on the ground, damaging enemies. Enemies that and allies within the sigil are imbued with light or shadow. You are imbued with both. Players deal more damage when in the enemy affected. Got it. Got it! Cool scythe things. Wow, cool. Wow, these are just retextured daggers, I think, but maybe have a different effect on them. That's why they're curved. Like a power, I mean. Not bad. I don't know how I feel about this. We'll try. I probably will go back immediately. Luckily, they let you do that. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. We gotta put both of these on? What does it do? The chaotic trickster hides within and has been playing with fire. His gift will leave a fire too dangerous to pay for maybe not a good idea to use different weapons. Solar energy are concentrated within the scorch, the area where they are struck. Got it. I don't know if this is the best, but yeah. Listen, if it works, it works. I have the issue of make sure everyone else is healthy and all that stuff. The first failed Gloom, stop Gloom's Glowember. Can't companions die and followed. I have mods to change her look. I see. Could you? I'm actually curious, Red. Actually, maybe it's too much work. I was gonna say, what does she look like in your world? Maybe not all of her, because I imagine, you know, we can't show that on the stream, but just a face. I'm curious what the face turns into. Should I have fought a boss to do this? Maybe not. Nong says, between Judy and Panam, I like Judy more. Wow, man, I've not heard that consistent. I've heard the opposite. I've heard people say Panam is the best. I've always heard people say, well, I mean, maybe it's just because there's like Barry Venture where Judy was slow, because most people play dudes. I think still most people play dudes. I think still a lot of people still play women in those games or RPGs, but I still feel like people try like to role play. You know what I mean? Just ticks all the boxes. Looks, personality, pretty much everything. Really? Wow. I feel like I shouldn't say that because I haven't played too much of Judy. I just seen some like clips of her, etc. in her romance like progression of her quest, some moments, and it hasn't been. There's fire everywhere. Ooh. Yeah, I kind of agree with Lone. It feels a little not 100% with this, with the dagger vibe. Leaves a little bit to be desired. Woo, nice. Oh, why did I go that way? Okay, I'm starting to see that these things seem to like build up damage over time. Oh, why did you die? What was that aim, my man? Oh. Also, I don't feel like the reward for me getting all this stuff is present. Like, I feel like for me being this close, I should be getting a lot more damage than I am. I don't know if I'm getting any more with my shotgun or anything like that, which feels a little bit fucky. Also, I'm only alive due to Fluff being healing me. Let's just heal up a little bit. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, it's kind of rough up here. Ah. Okay, be a little more careful. Ew. Die, you son of a bitch! Oh, he's doing some weird shit. Is it this? Are they healing him that much? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Hot damn. Also, I'm the one over leveled in this instance. Because I got it. I still think Fluff may have a little bit better gear, but still. Oh. I keep giving shit for other people. Like, we gave you Nissa's item. Like, great. Awesome. But Red says, but I may like Panam too. I don't know. But Judy is the nerd, which I like. Yeah, that's true. Panam is definitely. I wouldn't say she's a nerd. I would say to me she feels more like a homebody, which I think is more wholesome. But I can see how people may not like that. People maybe like the wild and exciting. Yeah, you know, I should say Panam has moments like that too, but that's mostly just because she comes from a weird family. Family of marauders, aka car people.
Skylight was devastated by the fall.
Let's go back to our one weapon. As much as this weapon's kind of neat, I do not know if I'm in love with it. Let's go back to shotgun time.
There's still so much
Lone Syndicate said after stream I'm a hope on ZZ, then play some more Wayfinder.
Okay, let's do that. Actually, I was gonna go do one more run. Let's pop over to Zenless because we're already kind of over time a little bit, but we still probably have half an hour. So let's look at some of that. Thanks so much for playing with me, Red and Fluff. Appreciate you guys like tagged in and out, which is very sweet. I'm so sorry I stopped all the time. I wish I was better at multitasking. If you think I'm a year or something into this and I would be better at it, but I'm not. Damn, I don't have enough money. I also don't have enough of whatever that blue rock is, but I think I'm about to get to my. Oh no, it's level 15, not 5. What does it do? Hits against the target with arcane force will slightly charge your alt meter. That's actually not that bad at all. Huh. Actually, that might be like the make or break for certain things. But alas, let's move over to Zenless, play that for a tiny bit, and see what this katana-wielding weird... Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Shit, I forgot. Shit. Okay. Well, I said that at the halfway point of the stream we would look at this video, but so much... Well, we'll still do that, but it's definitely not halfway through the stream. So, before we mess around with... We might stream for a little bit longer today. I fucked up. But... What do you call it? We will, before we move over to Zenless, we'll watch this 10-minute video.
Said, after I level up a bit, I'll join you, Grin.
Hell yeah.
Don't want you guys to carry me, lol.
But no, there's no real carrying, though, Lone, because it auto-matches to the scale of your enemies. So you'll be fighting level 5s, and we'll be fighting level 30s, and it'll all be business as usual. So that'll be fine. Yeah, so you could join whenever you want. If there's ever, like, a person not in the party you wanted to play, join up. But if you're also playing some other things, that's fine. But I was going to say, yes, we'll watch this video. This Game Ranks video, and then we will move over to Zenless real quick. But I wanted to show you guys this because again, there's like this big VR game came out this year, which I wasn't expecting would be this fast. It is Metro Awakening, is what it's called. So I wanted to shoot us doing that for next week's stream instead of Skyrim VR. But I still think I would do Skyrim VR. It just would be like every Friday of every day of the week, essentially, and then we'd probably continue the Skyrim thing into the winter season. You know what I mean? But that's kind of what I'm thinking. But I want to, maybe you guys are like, no, Skyrim VR is much more interesting. But we'll watch this together, see if this video is hype and cool, and then we'll make our decision.
Lone Syndicate said, oh, so they did the same thing Borderlands 3 did. Wonderful. I'll join you tomorrow then for sure. If Red or Fluff wouldn't mind sitting out.
All right, here we go. So, if you guys don't know, what do you call it? Basically, a company was given the license to make a VR Metro game. This is entirely due to Sony investing in PlayStation VR, and I think they just paid the Metro devs to be like, hey, would you be willing to make us a VR game? And for our PlayStation VR system, which they have not, seemingly they have stepped off supporting. So this is one of those things where like, yeah, there's not going to be something like this probably for a little while. Anyways, let us watch. Hopefully you guys can hear it perfectly fine. Also, if you guys don't know where this is Game Ranks, it's a channel I like quite a bit. It just tells you about like upcoming games. This is before you buy, so this is why I wanted to watch it with you guys, because it kind of tells us about the game, as well as not trying to spoil things, as well as trying to tell you like its positives and negatives. So that's what this guy is going to be talking about. Yes.
Hey, you're not going to believe this, but we're back with another episode of Before You Buy, that show where we give you some straight up gameplay and our first impressions of the latest games releasing. As usual, it's me, Jake, and today we're talking about Metro Awakening. This is from Dutch studio Vertigo Games, who previously worked on the zombie VR shooter Arizona Sunshine. Though this is a very different type of game. It's like a full-on Metro game in VR.
It does look a little like, I think they're playing on standalone, which is pretty shitty. Well, maybe not. It looks a little rough.
It's canon, and it's like part of the world that author Dmitry Glukovsky built. It's available on Quest, PC, and PSVR 2. I've been playing a review copy, and this footage is captured running on PC and is spoiler-free. Metro Awakening here feels like a big, authentic Metro experience in VR. They absolutely went for it and nailed a lot of the mechanics and feeling with a couple of small issues.
I love Metro, so that's a good sell for me.
The game itself around it, though, like around that gameplay, is relatively simple.
Yeah, that's
and
what I heard.
might run out of steam for some folks. It also has some significant flaws I'll talk about.
Oh, no.
Even still, I think if you happen to be like that perfect combination, right? That like you're super into Metro and you're also super into VR, you should give this a try at some point.
I'm interested in Metro. I love VR, so I'm a... Ooh, I do love that you can instantly put someone down like that, though. So not high time to kill. That's the best in VR. Bullet economy is real in this game, by the way. Bullets are ammo, so it'll be tough for me to to not just run at people with a dagger, essentially. Or to just use a pistol, like a very small caliber bullet. It does look very immersive.
There's some interesting things to talk
It
about.
also looks pretty dark. Looks like Dark the VR game, which, that might be tough for you guys to see what's going on.
So if you don't know Metro, just know it's nuclear Armageddon. It happened, and people are living mostly underground in the Moscow metro systems. People scrounge up a life in like the abandoned subway trains and tunnels down here, and raiders pillage, irradiated monsters raise hell in the wilderness. And in this one, you actually play as a different character. You're a voiced protagonist, Serdar, who is a doctor living with his wife in a settlement. Unfortunately, she's plagued with issues after the death of their child years earlier, and she ends up going missing, and it's up to you to go on this brutal Metro style.
Oh, weird. Okay, so that's weird. It does look like there's actually animation states.
Earlier, and unfortunately, she's plagued with issues after the death of their child years earlier, and she ends up going missing, and it's up to you to go on this brutal Metro style journey. That's some of it, sort of. I'm kind of giving you the back of the box description to keep
I really don't know why they put these giant fucking borders here. It makes it so that it's really hard to look at.
Spoiler free. I will say it gets a little trippy, and I also like the game just leans surprisingly heavy on story. Characters you meet have lots to say. There are cutscene style moments and stuff. When you roam the tunnels and
you can wipe your
buildings,
face,
you're often listening to dialogue on the radio, and your character constantly
if your
There's a
mask
lot
gets
of
foggy, you can
exposition
wipe
and
your
some
face.
character depth, and like you're gonna find it either interesting or annoying. It's well written. I like the ideas behind a lot of it. But I don't know, the way it flowed and when it popped up, I also just kind of found myself saying, okay, let's wrap up this conversation. I'm creeping around a dark tunnel right now. Leave me alone. That's personal preference, of course, but I am a big story guy. I don't usually feel that way, but for some reason here I did. And I think all the characters chirping on the radio really made me want to just get through it and get to the action, because the gameplay is where the game is best.
That's a little worrisome.
Specifically, like I said at the start.
Lots of talking.
Because of
My
how
favorite.
they adapted Metro's kind of survival horror-ish gameplay mechanics. So you have a Last of Us style backpack system.
I mean, in defense of the talking, it is kind of like that's the whole point of Metro to some extent, is this immersive world of destruction and like kind of decay. So I guess it's their attempt to try to like all the other games are very much like it's the scarcity, it's the dread, it's the monsters around every corner. And in this one, maybe it sounds like they were using the story to kind of start painting the world of Metro rather than
pull it out from
the
over
others.
your left shoulder, and then you have like a little note with your mission objective.
It looks good.
Compass,
Like the mechanics
and then
here
a
look
bunch
good.
of like real-time equipment hanging off the backpack, among other things. Your gas mask that you can pull off and put on at will. Extra filters for it, your handy dandy lighter, and your little hand crank battery charger thing. Things are really intuitive here. So like to turn on your headlamp, just
I feel like Jake kind of he does like he kind of expresses how you like how moments can how to put it. He kind of gives you a holistic overview of it all, like this overarching feeling of it all. But I feel like Falcon I like because he kind of goes point by point about like this is good, but this is bad, but this is good. This may disconnect you in that way, which I find is more helpful for me, but maybe a little more analytical.
When the light inevitably starts to die out, whip out that charger from your backpack and start cranking to charge it back up. When I put my gas mask on, condensation starts to build up on the lens after a while, and before the game even told me with a tutorial message, I just wiped it in my face and was able to get rid of it. Like, the game just really is clever from a VR standpoint. It kind of understands the Metro thing.
This is the bare minimum that so many games are like again, that should be like, yeah, of course that's a feature. You could do that in the original game. Why wouldn't you be able to do it in VR? If anything, it would make more sense.
You've played a Metro and you understand that. It's just like a good synergy between you and the game.
Yeah, it's cool
a lot of it is just kind of smart and neatly implemented, from how you power and open up doors to how you heal yourself with a kind of injection gun to the ease of use of climbing up and down down ladders and stuff, it's fairly accessible. And of course, it has all those VR settings you want in terms of like graphic settings and movement settings to turn down your motion sickness if you're a bit more of a beginner.
I'm surprised they haven't maxed out the settings.
Is a big part of the game, and it takes quite some time to get used to. It's not really.
Yeah, they're playing on like low VR
giving
motion sickness
all,
settings,
and it requires razor sharp precision, dude. So I hope your shooting is good.
Oh, you just pick up any weapon.
The gross, fast little enemies that jump out of vent shafts are incredibly annoying and bullshit and tough to deal with. I guess that's the point.
Yeah.
But I found it really frustrating. Where I liked shooting stuff was like with the bigger, nastier creatures and the human enemies. Gunfights can be pretty intense, and most importantly, like survival horror-y desperate. Also, again,
I feel like I kind of get it. I kind of want to actually, because to me, it's honestly, it's doing a little bit of like, it's making me a little bit less hyped a little bit. I wanted, because it's kind of like it's a lot of opinions rather than just showing me like gameplay clips, which I do appreciate from the game, from Game Ranks, but I am curious about Wolf and VR there. I've watched this person's content before, so I know it's not going to be too spoilery. Or sorry, this is just like a moment in the first couple chapters of the game. But I wanted to get this, because this guy actually knows how to film VR, which most people don't. This is just a goofy fun meme. But yeah, the FOV is pulled back significantly so you can see things. It's cool that your head moves whilst your goggles kind of follow slightly behind it. I want to see like a combat encounter just to kind of get a vibe for it. It's just tough. I don't know. How do you guys feel? How are you guys feeling about this? Because to me, I'm both. I don't know. I kind of leaning on like, I don't know. I'm excited. I trust that people say that it's like such a good game because people keep saying that. But this looks better. This makes me more excited. You see bodies, you get story, you pick up gear. I don't know if I'll leave on the subtitles, even though I know that's probably for the best. I hate the fact that it's so there. It's in the middle of your face. Takes away from the immersive aesthetic. Yeah, also, this is the other thing I talked to you guys about. I don't like horror games. So, this is pretty horror-oriented, man. Oh. Yeah, being in the dark and like, this is something we should definitely play around Halloween, but too late. But yeah, that's the thing that freaks me out a little bit. It does seem dark. It does seem like scary, like there's shit around every corner. That freaks me out a little bit. It does look kind of cool. I just don't know if I love how dark everything is. Yeah, seeing little fuckers like that flying around. I'm gonna shit my pants, dude. Meanwhile, Skyrim, I'll just blast them with fire magic and they'll melt, you know what I mean?
G-Red said to DMed, you my Judy.
Oh, you DM me my Judy? Oh, thank you. I'll check it out in a minute. Yeah, let me do something weird right now. I have to do it on this computer. It's kind of odd. Hope I don't knock over any sort of liquid. This, and then this, and then that, and then this. What game? Fuck. It's so far away, like keyboard game to play for VR week. Oh, I hate that I can't. There it is. Yes or no? I want to say, Skyrim VR, or I'll leave it. I'll just say Metro. Am I saying that right? Yeah. Or Metro. Start poll. If you are using my stream as background sound, I get it. But if you could, could you take the time to click open on that thing and see what you guys want? Do you guys want to see some Skyrim, or do you guys want to see some Metro VR, which is spooky? And I know some of you guys are sadists and you like that, freaks. God damn you. But yes. It's pretty cool though. There's some moments where you get like on a gun and whatnot. Metro is prob not good. Only here bad. Oh wow, really? Like the VR game? I've heard. Actually, seen a couple good things, but maybe I'm not. I haven't seen all of it. Huh? Maybe not. Maybe we just stick with tried and tested. VR or what is it called? The one thing, Metro. I mean, we have Skyrim VR leading. Oh my god, there's actually 6 votes. Holy shit, I didn't think that many people would actually vote. Thank you. There's Skyrim VR is leading. We'll have a whole week of Skyrim VR rather than Metro. We might dabble with Metro in the future, but yeah. Don't get me wrong, I love the Metro series, but the VR game is just weird is what people say. Gotcha. I wonder also if that's, yeah. I want to know how like VR fans feel about it, because it does look like a good enough experience. Like I still think it looks like something I should play and have like we should play at some point, because it doesn't look terrible. But the only thing that worries me is like I do feel like this is going to be really hard to watch. Like again, I was like, wow, it's like every time this is the only scene that I've seen that's not dark. Like this is cool. Like I wish it was more like up in the hazardous area, but like most of this has been peeking through vents in the dark, which makes sense because this is Metro. But like, this is a 40-minute video that's been edited down, and this is like I would imagine like maybe 3 hours in, and it's still just like dark blood and all that, which is immersive, I'm sure. But it does kind of make me worried for like hours 7 of this. Although it is a narrative game, so we'll be able to theoretically like fall into that more. Really, Multi? I've heard predominantly good things from myself. I think I'm not sure like who you go to about it. You know, Oba says it's hard for me to pick because I want to play this. I don't want anything. Yeah, maybe that's a good reason too. We should wait to play this like well after people have a chance to play it. You know, maybe it's something like a sentiment. It was tough because sometimes you're like, oh, I should play the new thing because it's interesting. You know, it's hot right now. But then there's other options of like, yeah, I feel like, yeah, it might also spoil people and make them not have as much fun. You know. I'd say since you put a lot of effort into the Skyrim, I'd rather see Skyrim. Dropping it now would be. Don't give me too much credit. Don't give me too much credit. Okay, I actually haven't gotten too deep into modding Skyrim yet. I'm still deciding on what mod pack to use. So for me, I have been I've been kind of debating the one that seems like the best. Like as far as our Skyrim streams, I'll load up. I will load up Zenless.
Lone Syndicate said, "I'm okay with anything GRINN."
Yeah, also accept all of these. I've read the private. Yes, play. But what was I saying? Also, I should turn on this again. This go loop. But yeah, what was I saying? Basically, that I haven't decided on what Skyrim mod pack order we're gonna do for VR specifically. The one that I think I might just use is called Foos. But the way that people make it sound like is it sounds like a mod pack that isn't like it has just like it's tough though because I don't necessarily want that. It has it's like upgrading Skyrim's visuals to the point in which it can still run VR well whilst not adding anything else. It's basically like trying to keep the original Skyrim vibe pretty locked in. But to me, I wouldn't mind like some mods where it changes up the like design or look of Skyrim, you know, like maybe changes the NPC's look, maybe gives you like a skill tree that is like better destruction, better conjuration, like it just tries to improve the overall gameplay of the game as well. So I kind of haven't decided yet. I'm still trying to like look through a bunch of videos of people saying like, hey, this is a really good mod pack if you like this, and then be like, okay, that fits my build. Or what do you call it, having people be like, hey, I really like this mod pack, it runs well, and it's for this kind of person who likes, you know, overall this stuff. But
Balti said you still streaming a bit?
Yeah, we're gonna stream.
Are we winding down?
We're streaming a little bit. Yeah, I wanted us to. I promised you guys we would jump into Zenless and test out Yanagi and see what she's all about. Because Lone said that she was a pretty satisfying high complexity character. So I want to see what that was really referring to. But before we do that, let's go get our coffee. And speaking of coffee, I should probably pound back the last bit of my coffee. Actually, I probably will keep my coffee and I'll slam my gamers out. Gamer Subs not the best to sip at, I find. I like coffee to me is like, actually no, Gamer Subs is better to sip at, but I'd rather, coffee is the thing that gives me that surge. If I want to get some stuff done after this, I will do that.
G-Red said there was an anime graphics mod I saw for Skyrim years ago. Not sure if that ever finished, but I'd play again if it is.
I'm curious. I would say maybe look into it. I'm curious what it would look like. It would be something fun to look at when we do our Saturday stream, and we'll hang out.
Needs caffeine on a lazy afternoon.
Done so good. That's there. Fantastic. Let me just quickly burn out my daily thing just so I don't forget my sequence. Essentially, talk to this lady. Yes, yes, yes. By lady, I mean dog. By the way. I'm okay with anything GRINN, dropping it now will be a waste. What do you call it, Bolty? We did decide that, what do you call it? Like, what we were thinking about is saying, like, okay, next week we'll play Metro and we'll complete it, because I do think we'd be able to complete it within a week. Whereas I don't think we'd be able to complete Skyrim in a week, you know? But what we could do is play Metro next week, and then have, like, every Friday be a Skyrim VR stream, and then that might be the thing that we continue on the most. That may be Wayfarer. Past the month of November, you know, because we kind of need like a VR game to play consistently, because we kind of do make VR content, so it'd be kind of nice to have something like that. And I feel like most people can kind of get behind the vibe that is Skyrim, if not just because it's kind of chill, you know. And there's also like so many companion mods that we could just keep playing through and having fun with, you know. I think that'd be fun. I think that'd be fun if we get to a point where we can start experiencing like companion mods. The issue is that like I'll have to do a bunch of research and be like, this is not a porn mod, right? Like most of the companion mods eventually deviate to just be degeneracy, you know. Which, more power to you, but yes, not for Streamland. Same thing with a lot of mod order packs have like a lot of like.
Lone Syndicate said, GRINN down the line, we need to have a stream where you take on the tower in ZZZ. Not talking a stream in November, but after that.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. I mean, maybe for a Zenless Zone
Raid
0
Nate
week.
said, GRINN, did you ever get Bernice? I forgot.
Bernice? No, I didn't. I never went for Bernice. I've aggregated 11,000 gems, which is something, and 6 pulls. But there she is. There is Yanagi. Let us see if she is worth it. Where is the damn thing? I'm blind. Also, are they letting us keep permanent events? Because that's awesome if that is the case. I don't know if like the Overlord Feast is a thing. I think it has to be, because like I was wondering how they were going to handle the Overlord Feast, because you're like making a aesthetic change to this diner, so they'd have to end it with like, it gets bombed, like it just blows up. But no, it makes sense that like, oh no, this is something that you can permanently come back to, and like it will change the environment, which is neat. That was cool. All right, here we go. Lots of reading. Buckle in, Buttercup. We'll see if we can get by this with some brain capacity. If the mod pack just does VR and updates graphics, I'd run that. You can slap other mods on top of that pretty easily. Just make sure you're running the unofficial patch of USP. Okay.
McFlufferkin said, I believe they're starting to keep events like that one, while the first tab is mostly timed.
Oh, okay. I'm curious what you said though, Nong. So that's interesting. So do you think if I downloaded Foos, which is probably the least like heavy mod order possible, and then I found like the companion skin textures that I like, or like retextures that I like, and maybe the power differential that they do, like making conjuration bigger or making unarmed combat better, and then I added that to it. I hope, yeah, that might be for the best. It just puts a little more work on me about like trying to find mods that are, ones I want. It's one of the nicest things about like having a load order is you're like, oh wow, that's a thing. Oh wow, I have that installed. I can like, it's a necromancer thing. Holy shit! I remember we did that last time when we were playing too, where I was like, oh my god, it's like there's like a weird necromancer mod, which is installed by default, which like you can like grab the skulls and body parts of like enemies and skeletons and like raise like a necromancer lich. You're like, Jesus. Anyways, Yanagi has 2 stances, Jugen and Kagan. During combat, Yinjin gains a corresponding stance bonus based on her current stance type. Jurin stance bonus increases the electricity and increases anti-interruption during basic attacks. Okay, how do I swap between these two? Kagan stance bonus increases the penetration ratio and it increases basic level of basic attacks. Okay. Okay, so one is in just electricity damage, and then one is penetration damage. Got it. When using the special attack, EX special attack, or other skills, you will switch stances. Oh! Huh, okay. That's interesting. What does they look like? So we got the yellow and... Oh, okay, I see. We'll just add a node. Huh. Can switch stances. After switching, Yanagi returns to the previous stance buff for 8 seconds. Okay. First of all, she looks great. Again, I think her face looks very boring. This is just a me thing. This could be a preference thing. But I think her face looks kind of just like it's trying to emulate what a school teacher looks like. I'm not trying to get the booba sway. I'm just trying to get the face zoom, but it won't happen. It's the best we got. But as far as the otherwise design, kind of crazy, as Zenless tends to be. But I digress.
Bolty said booba.
Yes, lots of that. Ooh, she feels fast. Shit. Jesus, what do we do? Hold charge. Does she have no hold charge? Oh, she doesn't. Weird. We can hit one of these. Now her stance is different. When the 2 symbols below that health bar light up, it means the buff from her stance is active. Got it. Ooh, now it's slower. Slower attack. So when she's in electric state, she's much faster, like a Flash vibe. If special attack that is used after the 3rd hit or 4th hit or 5th hit of the basic attack combo, it triggers Swift Rift, switching stances.
Lone Syndicate said, nah, Grin, continue doing what you're doing. I'm looking respectfully.
Stop. Be nice. Be nice. I should say be good. Be good. Yanagi switches stances and immediately follows up with her 3rd basic attack from the current stance. Huh, I wonder if we can, like, really spam that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that one, so it's not really bad. It's like a cooldown, it feels like. 1, 2, 3, stance switch. 1, 2, stance switch. Yeah, no, you can't switch them back to back like that. So you do kind of steadily. It does feel like a lot. It feels like she kind of is like a weird hybrid between Jane Doe's, like, just barrage of attacks and... Shit, I don't even know, man. Maybe Ellen? I guess I don't really have a lot of comparison points to go crazy with, but yeah. When Yunjin has equipped her energy, hold that special attack to unleash EX special attack. That, which consists of thrusts, downward strikes, thrusts during that and that. Will stands in a state while in the state the chaining into a basic attack.
Raid Nate said you can also skip her 1st and 2nd basic attacks if you chain stance switching.
I tried to switch like I tried to like basic attack up until the point where we get to the 3rd or 4th combo, switch, and then in the middle of that combo, 3 attacks in, switch again, but it wouldn't let me switch. Maybe it's kind of spam it enough. Maybe we'll try it again. When downward attack hits an enemy with an attribute anomaly, it will trigger a special disorder. Effect will called polarity disorder. Polarity disorder will not remove the target's attribute anomaly. Got it. This is where it starts getting like, that's a book. That's a book of text. You know what I mean? Jesus. Okay, so we're attacking. We're going to activate this. Activate it again. Change stances. It keeps going. Change stances. Change it. Why won't you go back into the 1 stance? Maybe her electric stance is her premium. I'm trying. There it is. Okay, so it's that. And now we hit the 3rd combo. We do this. And we can do it again. Nah, I'm maybe fucking up the combo. Yeah, it does seem like her best form is when both are present, because if I attack enough, I think eventually goes away. And you start using the, yeah, this stance. The normal, like, heavy-hitting, what looks like penetration ratio stance. If I hit her with this, though, then I'm back with being electrically charged. I wonder if I change character types. Anyways, what do I want me to do? Oh, use this.
Such provocations don't go unanswered.
Ooh, not very flashy. Not very, like, visually a lot. You know? Sometimes these animations for alts go crazy. Like all ass and cheeks and all that stuff. But this one's pretty chill.
Lone Syndicate said each stance also has its own unique buff. One gives electric damage, and the other gives pen ration. Each only lasts 8 seconds, and after switch, the buff lingers for 7 seconds, so 100% uptime.
Oh, okay, I just realized what they were talking about. Okay, so it's, I thought it was her ult, but it's her Y, or sorry, her skill that lets you, like, do a little dash, which will, change her stances. It might be too loud also. Yeah, it's, you guys are hearing, let me turn this down just a touch. What I was saying was, yeah, I didn't know her one thing does that. Where if you do a hold charge,
Waste of time.
yeah, that's insane. Even if it's just like that, just letting it rip, like bang, 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 it's kind of crazy.
Enemy reinforcements.
Alrighty.
Resistance is futile. On the road. Out of my way. Good work, Piper.
Lone Syndicate said you can also tell what stance she's in by the color of her hair rings.
Ooh, that's cute. I didn't know that. Yeah, she got pretty crazy AoE. I imagine she's an anomaly, right?
Waste of time. Enemies in section 6 shall pay.
Oh! Some of this! More! I'm not sure if I'm playing her improperly. I feel like I'm getting the gist. Maybe I'm like off by some things, but I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure if when you play her perfectly, if there's like a massive disparity in as far as you just basically making sure that she's her like electro state is always basically active, you know. I don't really know how. I never really felt like there was much benefit to not constantly be at double diamonds. You know what I mean? Both of them give you seemingly the best result. At least it seemed like that. So yeah. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we wait patiently or impatiently. We have 20 days till we can wish on a banner. Sag. A big Sag. I'm curious about her combo thing, like Flo was saying. So we have, yes. We have her basically normal. Also, she has the blue stance. Yep. So now she's got the one stance. Got it. Now her hair gets a little longer and it becomes yellow. I'm curious what her one thing does.
Resistance is futile.
Lone Syndicate said she focused around disorder damage. You played her as best you can, GRINN, because you don't get her full experience in the trial cores they give you, Piper.
Oh, I see. Because you want to try to add like something outside of physical. You want to try to add like electro and anomaly, is it, or whatever the purple stuff is. And for people who have the one top ladies, wouldn't that be really good? Oh, one, and then this.
Waste of time.
I want to see her ult. I want to see if that changes anything when you have her ult charge. I'm about to say, because she seems good, but she doesn't seem insane. But maybe that when she starts triggering disorders and shit, that's when stuff starts getting wild. It does feel like, again, I'm not sure if it's just because they give you a lot, but it does seem like she's just ripping constantly, you know? Also, what does Nong say? Nong says, I'll catch up on what Nong says.
Disorder that when you trigger any 2 anomaly effects. It's why she doesn't pair with Grace, Piper, and Jane.
Got it. That makes sense. But yet they put her there. Got it. Does it change anything when you use her alter with her hair?
Keep your eyes.
That's pretty cool. I think her thing starts glowing at that point. She definitely is very attack oriented. I do wish there was more like of a combo. Like I don't know if there's much of. They kind of started have abandoned the like Lycan's way of playing, where like there's certain values to doing like hold charges. This one it just seems like just hit the button enough, and then when you get to the third hit, activate another chain. Activate a charge chain if you really want to fuck up some damage.
Resistance is futile.
Lone Syndicate said no. It's not that physical is the problem, it's the fact that Piper is also a main anomaly DPS. So her and Yanagi have to fight for field time. Best partner is Bernice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, yeah, they're always trying to validate the previous or forward character that's going to come out. I feel like the only character that doesn't have that is Lighter. But am I wrong on that? Oh, my spine. Ow. Sure, my spine crack hard. Also, let us do this, because I haven't been doing this because I just couldn't be fucking by. Fuck it, who cares? We don't have enough. Never mind. Never mind. All right, let me catch up on chat whilst we just hang out. Can I get closer, maybe, if I do this? Kind of, not really. It's fine. Nope, nope. That's as good as we're gonna get. Okay. Let's see. If that only does graphics, you should be able to add other non-graphic mods. Things that might break if you add other graphic mods on top of it might be simple load order or disassembling the pack. Yeah. Ong says, and resemble it kind of deal if you're not in the weeds with modding. I don't add more graphical mods on top of graphical mods. Yeah. It's not going to be, shaders and stuff like that, and EMBs. GRINN continue with the Nog says, looks like just pick packs. Just pick mods that do one thing only, so you don't have to worry about overwriting or conflicting errors, things like that.
Lone Syndicate said, I record some gameplay for our hangout siren. You'll be able to see her better in action.
Hell yeah, yeah! I can't wait on Saturday. We'll see what that's up, what that looks like. We should probably still stream Wayfinder on Saturday. It'll just be like half and half. So, yes, which was what this stream was kind of supposed to be, but it didn't really pan out that way. You can also tell what stance she's in by the color of her hair. Yeah. Oh, I thought you said length of hair, but no, you're saying color of hair. I misunderstood. Disorder is when you trigger any two anomaly effects. It's why she doesn't pair well with Grace or Piper or Jane. Gotcha, but pairs really well with Bernice, because she's always basically putting a dot on something that can be applied over and over and over again, so you're not fighting for field time, because Bernice has a cheat sheet of basically not needing to be on field and still applying a shit ton of fire. Gotcha.
Raidnade said, if I only recorded my Shiyu defense run I did last night, I was going
ham. Yeah, it's always the worst of it, when you're like, damn it, if only I recorded this one badass moment, I'd be fired, but instead you're like, damn it. And of course, if you did hit record, you know you'd play like shit, because you're overthinking it. That's why you need that, like, weird recording stuff, where it's just, like, records the last 10 minutes, and you're like, oh, I thought that was a good thing, and then you do that, you know? That's when you get some weird gameplay thing. I was recording gameplay with that. If I do that thing, you'd get fired, bro. Yeah. I will say, that's one thing I do, I am dropping the gun a little bit about with Zenless and even Withering Waves, which I haven't really enjoyed or, like, been attracted to do the super endgame content that gives you, like, I think 400 gems or, like, currency. It's just something that, like, I don't know, something in my head, it's just like, like, I don't think my team is strong enough to make a good attempt.
Said, I brought my Corrin into Shiyu as well, and she slapped too.
Yeah, well, especially if you have Bernice, right? Because, like, yeah, like, I would imagine all of the impact nodes that Corrin can deliver allows Bernice to detonate really well, maybe? Although I don't know if it's, like, the harder you hit, Bernice's dot will stack harder, or if it's just, like, hitting things many times will constantly have the effect of Bernice's fire buildup detonating more, you know? I'm not sure which one it is. But, yeah. Nog says, one reason I like Xbox, do something cool. Yeah, just hit the button and bang. It records the last 5 minutes of gameplay. Yeah. I do think isn't it a bit of a pain in the ass to get it on to, like, something good? I guess it could just be uploaded to the cloud, but I wonder how good the gameplay looks. Like, the visual gameplay of it looks. Like, I know that was one of the things I remember I heard a lot, like, when I was watching streamers or something like that. It's like, Xbox, record that. It's like this constant thing, and you're like, damn it. But, ladies and gentlemen, before I get too ahead of myself, Yanagi, I'm fine with skipping her. I do get it.
Lone Syndicate said, I didn't pair Corrin with Bernice. I paired Bernice with Yanagi, paired Corrin with Caesar and Lucy.
That makes sense, yeah, because, yeah, it's just buffing physical stuff. Yeah, you're not trying to, like, try to create a weird build where you're detonating with Bernice. But I was gonna say, I get why people like Yanagi as far as gameplay loop does. It does feel like she's just like a blitz character. She just feels exactly like that word, blitz. But I don't love the way she looks. Again, my main criticism is, like, her face looks like, again, it's odd because most people faces in this game look very unique or like cute or hot or like something, you know, where it feels like they like put all the effort into all these other things. And again, I think I get it because it's kind of trying to emulate like a teacher look, which has a very specific kind of look. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, I don't love the way she looks, but that's okay. We can like different things as far as visuals are concerned. But her gameplay is good, but I don't know if it's better than Ellen for me. Like, I like the way Ellen plays, and I also like the way that Jane Doe plays. So I'm okay. I'm not like in a place where I'm like, fuck, we gotta take this on the chin because it's gonna suck either way. No, no. On my Series X, I get like I could do up to like 1080p. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty huge. Opa says you can do the same for PS5. Yeah, PlayStation also has it like that. I just don't know how easy it is to grab like footage and put it onto your PC. You know, like I'm not sure like what that process looks like. Cause yeah. Although it must be easy because I think Lone did the same thing. I think Lone, when he was getting like Death Verse gameplay for us, I think he was just using his PlayStation to record. I think. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that is where we're going to end it. For those of you who are going for Yanagi and have gotten her, fucking get it, boy. I can't wait to see you guys rip up everything. But I will be patiently waiting for your boy Lighter. Unless, again, we get like some sort of weird
technically
thing.
There's the Xbox Game Bar functionality on Windows PCs to record moments in the same way.
Really? Yeah, I know there's something when I hit like the Windows button and a button, and sometimes it pops up weird overlay, and I'm like, fuck off. What is that? I don't know what that is. Maybe I didn't. I mean, would it still record at pretty high quality? GeForce Experience could do. Yeah, GeForce Experience though is really fucky. So one of the things that's frustrating, GeForce Experience does not let you like, for instance, if you were to like.
Lone Syndicate said, "Can't wait for Lighter."
Yeah, me neither. I was gonna say if you have something weird like say you have like Netflix.
Said, reminder, I shared my duty.
Oh right. Sorry, we'll look at that before we go. I think I said that. Right, we're about to wind down completely, but I was gonna say if you have like Netflix on in like one of your tabs and then you try to hit GeForce, it won't work, and it just makes it seem like GeForce is broken. Like it makes sense that a GeForce is like, hey, here's a pop-up. You cannot have certain browsers open because it's considered an aiding piracy or some shit. Stupid, but whatever. But it doesn't tell you anything. It just stops working. So you have to like realize you have to just Google search it and find out all that shit.
Does look pretty damn cool.
Yeah, man, he seems like a again. I also it's interesting to me because he doesn't seem like a character that is like a lot of these characters seem like they are almost enabled by other characters recently, and I hope we kind of get a little bit far away from that. Where I know it's not that much, but it does feel like it's starting to lean into the way of like 80% of characters really benefit from having the subsequent characters that just came out. You know. There you are. Okay, so this is Judy's. I don't know if I can show that, Red. I can show the second image. Thanks to the first image. First image is crazy. Okay. This one's not terrible. I kind of get it. It's kind of got the no chin vibe a little bit, but yeah. The eyes look nice. A little eyebrow slit. The pink. The hair looks great. Hair looks crazy. Yeah, I get it. This one makes sense. I'm not sure if you chose the tattoos or if that's just there by default. Unfortunately, gang, I can't show you the first image, which shows her with tape covering giblets. But, c'est la vie. But, yeah, I'm not surprised. I get it. That makes sense. Yeah, the original Judy, I think, also looks pretty good, but I do think she kind of has a, like, she kind of comes across as, like, a dirty hacker. Like, kind of like, you guys remember the film Hacker?
It's her default tats.
It's her default. Oh, it's her default tat? Okay, I wasn't sure. I don't remember Judy that well. But yeah, she kind of gives me that vibe of like grunge, like Matrix kind of hacker vibe, which tends to be like dirty, haven't slept for days, spent the whole day hacking vibe. But outside of that one looks like it's more like cleanly and all that stuff. Netflix is just playing favorites. They are usually pretty annoying with any stuff. Yeah, well, it's also just anything I find. Like even same with Crunchyroll and some shit. Like anything that like you're just like having a window open so you can continue the anime you're watching. If you try to record gameplay with that window open or something like that in your browser, then it's like no. But the thing that kills me, it just doesn't tell you what it is. So it just comes across as like, did my fucking stream my GeForce Experience NVIDIA fucking expensive graphics card just shitting itself? Like what's going on? So the fact that it doesn't tell you, like, you're unable to record when you have these things open, like, at least then you could close the door instead of being like, you have to fucking search, like, why isn't it working? And you have, like, a 4-year-old person, 4 years in the past, message board that you're finding. You're like, what the fuck is this? And he's like, yeah, you can't do it if you have Netflix open or some shit. You're like, God damn it. Stupid. And then I just have this program called Action that's like a third-party like screen recorder, and it's like the best thing ever, man. It doesn't take up any like software, and it records things in an insane quality. And it's a standalone, so it doesn't give a shit. Like it's not beholden to Netflix or whatever the hell browser thing is there. It's nice. But ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, this was an amazing stream for me. I'm not sure about you, I can't speak for that, but for me it was damn fun. I feel like that was the fastest 4 hours possible, especially when we were getting into like the work of things with the whole Wayfinder. We were talking about waifus and shit and like RPG romance and stuff. That was fucking fun as hell. I can't wait for tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see
Lone
hopefully
Syndicate
each other
said,
tomorrow. We'll be streaming at the
"Wonderful
same time
stream,
as always, 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And again, I think based on the poll, I think we will just stick with streaming Skyrim. So I'm still prepping that, which is a little freaky. I probably should get my stuff in gear because I need to get all those mods downloaded and deciding on what we're gonna do. So yes, I probably should make way in that. But I still have to get this video I'm working on uploaded, hopefully by the end of this week, because it's kind of a topical video, but like timely, I mean. So yes, but I'll do my best. We'll see what happens. Thank you guys so much for your time. Hopefully I can see you once again tomorrow, and goodbye for now, my friends.